good to go. Sorry about being late. Let me know if you guys can see what's going on. So I was over inside the BART, and it was delayed because there was a medical emergency. So usually that means somebody jumped in front of the tracks. So anyhow, I'm just gonna wait. This is my first time. According to my stats, I got no viewers, but that's kind of understandable. So please let me know if you're watching, whether or not this is streaming appropriately, you know? If not, then I'll stop and try again. But according to my stats, it's up. So it's a little bit wet out here. I'm sure you guys can see the floor is glistening. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got comments. Oh, I made it too small. Long Ho, highly. Donald Marshall, highly good. Yes. Okay. Been registered to you for almost 10 years now. Oh yeah, thank you, buddy. Who is that? Long Ho. Okay. All right. So here we are. Let me show. Oops. So again, we're starting off over in the cable car turnaround. And yeah, it is wet and rainy. So sorry for you people. I was not. I didn't do anything last week. I had a lot going on, but I'm gonna be live today and tomorrow. So this stream, I'm also doing something different. I'd set it up so I am not only streaming on YouTube but also on Twitch. And so if you have Twitch, you might want to go check it out over there, because from the test that I've done so far, there is like zero delay. Like, I get messages instantly, versus YouTube, I get stuff about 45 seconds delayed. You look like Jay Leno's son. Jay Leno doesn't have any children, that's the problem. You know what? Where should I go? Let me know where you guys think I should go. I just started kind of wandering off as I was talking. Over there is down towards the ferry building, and maybe I should check out what it's like over in front of the mall, see if I can find anybody to talk to. Of course, there's the good old Tenderloin. But yeah, again, sorry that I didn't start earlier. It was kind of out of my control. Let's see, MC Chicken, I've been subscribed for 2 years. Thank you, buddy. Don't go to the Tenderloin. Okay, I won't go to the Tenderloin, Sugar Plum Fairy. So that one's out. So yeah, it's not really raining, which is good, but it is kind of misting, so you may see me blinking as mist flies in my eyes. You know what? Let me go see. Last time I was streaming, there was this guy who was, this guy named Nate, who was outside of the, what do you call it? Monterey BART station, or Montgomery BART station. And I talked to him, but like the stream cut out, so maybe I could go over there and talk to him a little bit. Do you stream on Twitch? I am streaming right now on Twitch. So yes. I also had done some game streams on Twitch, but you know, I didn't really advertise or anything, and I didn't get a whole lot of viewers. So as far as I know, as of right now, I've only had like 239 views total on Twitch, and I got like 9 followers. But yeah, I mean, there's a couple highlights on there. So again, this is Market Street. You see, it's all wet right over there. That they got an F car and an ambulance next to it for some reason. So I don't know, where should I go? Union Square's over there. There's not really a lot going on over at Union Square. There's, according to the Ross employees, the biggest Ross in existence over there. So I don't know, I feel like it's still relatively early. I might be able to find somebody to talk to over in the TL. Oh, Yeah. So anyhow, feel free to ask me any questions you want. It might be hard to talk to somebody. Hey there, buddy. Yeah, didn't see. Okay. This is the PAL station still. Right over here. How tall am I? I'm 6 foot 8 inches, or 203 centimeters last I checked. So yeah. You'll notice as I'm streaming, the people behind me look pretty small. Like right there, for example. Oh look. So yeah, there's it being kind of misty and rainy over here. It might be difficult to find people who are out and about and want to talk to me, especially as I'm going kind of away from where the people are. Yeah, buddy, you look like a giant in these videos. Well, I kind of am, right? You know, if I was a woman, this is interesting. If I was a woman, I'd be in the top 10 tallest women alive. I'd be like number 8. Meanwhile, I just had a conversation with somebody who was 6'5" over on a train. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know if this is the right way to go over here, down towards the ferry building. Because really, the main thing you're going to be seeing is just people sleeping out on the streets. But yeah, it is crazy how it's just like a normal sight. You know, people don't think anything of it. Somebody just sleeping in front of like a storefront. So anyhow, nothing going on over here so far. Oh, you know what? I was talking to my friend Carlos, and well, let's see, who's the tallest woman though? I don't know. I don't know who the tallest woman in the world. Lee, how old are you? Or how old are you, Lee? You've had your channel for some time now. I'm 32. And yeah, I've had my channel since 2008, and then like I started documenting like the issues here in San Francisco as far as homelessness and drug addiction and everything from 2012 was the first video. So yeah, it's been a long time. But I have some bad acne on my lower right jaw. Are you the one who was asking in a stream a while ago how my skin is so clean? I don't know. The best you could do for that acne, obviously, make sure that it's not stubble, not ingrown hairs or anything. Let's see. Use salicylic acid, 2%. From Noxzema. That's what I did when I had acne, and it cleared it all up. That and wash your face on a regular basis. Don't eat oily foods or fast food. I mean, even today, if I were to eat like at Carl's Jr. or something, I would have a bit of acne the following day. But yeah, for the most part, acne is just age-related, you know? It'll seem like maybe your routine will be working, but really it's just you're getting older. So, once you start hitting around 19 or so, things should clear up. But yeah, like I said here, oops. There's nothing going on right here. Oh, look at that. Let's see. Eat garlic, Himalayan salt, mango, cinnamon, and fasting good against acne. Well, you know what? Fasting's good against everything, right? You fast enough, all your problems will go away. Of course, your longevity might be impacted. Let's see. Snickers bar. Somebody almost fell. So, yeah, I feel like I really want to talk to somebody. I'm not sure if this is the right way to go. I could try to look for Karma Bear. Oh, I am by the Montgomery Station. Let me see if I can see that guy. I think he was on this side of the street. He was, when I last talked to him, he was telling me about how on Christmas he had a heart attack. And he was talking about living in an SRO and everything. So, it's a shame you guys weren't able to see that. I did record it on my GoPro. Like that. But nobody watches those things as of right now, but I'm just recording for posterity's sake, I mean. Nice camera quality. Oh, thank you. I mean, that's the main thing I look for in a camera, you know. I mean, in fact, I started uploading in 4K in 2013 because I bought the very first thing that I could afford that could record in 4K. What do you film with? Right now I'm using the Galaxy S9 Plus. But, oh, hold on, I'll talk more about that later. Oh, this 7-Eleven. This is a crazy 7-Eleven. I've heard people talk about, I'm not sure if it's this one or a different one, but people have talked to me about going in here and like trying to buy stuff and then having the people like tell them that they're gonna kill them and call the cops on them and kick them out or even pull a gun on them. I'm not sure if it's that 7-Eleven or a different 11. Let's see. I want to be in it. So dudes, where are you? Listen, I would be able to talk to a lot more people if I had somebody watching my back. I mean, you know, the last few times I've streamed, I've had some tense situations. You know, people getting up in my face, yelling and screaming, hitting me, you know, that kind of stuff. So if you are here in SF, yeah, I would love to have you on stream. Yeah. In fact, I don't have nothing as far as protection right now. So I feel kind of vulnerable. I'm going to take a little detour over here. Yeah, wow, it's dark. So look, there's a street cleaner over there. 24/7. They're 365. They are cleaning the streets. So I'm not sure if this is a street cleaner, if they're doing other work, but at any point in time, they will be cleaning some part of San Francisco. I talked to one of the street cleaners before, and he was telling me about that. I'll be there in June. Okay. This is from Donald Marshall. Zach TL, keep it real. I always do, buddy. I'm over by AMC. I'll comment when I'm closer to you. I'm walking away, so AMC, let me go up over towards the mall, and then I'll see you over there. So, Lee, get a gun. You'll feel safe as shit. I don't know. You know what? I was thinking about this before. when the people were getting up in my face on stream, and like the guy was like snarling and in my face, and there was a woman who was also screaming in my face at the same time. I'm big enough to where I could defend myself even just with one arm, even if it's my weak arm. But I had my hand like in my pocket on my pepper spray, I was like, well, do I use it? Do I not use it? I was like grabbing it and letting go, and deciding whether or not just to try to diffuse the situation or to use the pepper spray. What I've heard from listening to Joey Diaz talk about it, he said that when he had a gun, he was always finding himself in danger. There's always shooting going on around him. And mysteriously, when he didn't have a gun, that was no longer an issue. So, I don't know. I mean, I might feel safer having a gun, but I don't know if I would necessarily be safer, Just because you have a gun doesn't mean the other person doesn't have a gun, It might just be another distraction. I'm sitting there, like, all right, talking to him, got my hand. And in fact, you know what? I would need to have a concealed carry, right? A special license. Or just be walking around with a gun, like, at my hip while I'm looking at the screen. That'd be another distraction, I think. But, let's see. Do you know any karate movies? Well, I mean, obviously, The Karate Kid. I like kung fu movies better. Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon, When I was a kid, I was huge into Bruce Lee. But yeah, I used to watch all those stuff. I used to watch all the Bruce Lee, all the Jackie Chan, even Jet Li. Keep up the late night Saturday night live streams. They are great. All right, thank you. I just you know what? But oh, look at this guy. I always see this guy here. Oh, so this guy's sleeping on top of a manhole just because it thermally vents. You'll see. And actually, so sorry, said dudes, I'm taking a little detour. But yeah, anyhow, as far as having protection, I'd feel more protected having somebody just watch me while I stream so nobody could come up behind me. Or even if somebody else had protection, But yeah. So, last time I was over in this area, there was somebody right over there where the Alexandria company thing is, over in that doorway, who was screaming. Yeah, it was intense. I was really scared. Lee is OG. Thank you. I meant, do you know any martial arts? So when I was a kid, I took karate like a lot of people did, but it was all kind of BS, It was nothing serious. And I was just a kid, and they gave me a yellow belt for just doing some silly routine, doing the blocks like this, things that are, and like, punching like this, yeah, after, when I was 13, I took, so anyhow, when I was a kid, I was in like kindergarten when I was taking karate. I remember my karate teacher having told me, like, if you ever face off against somebody who knows jujitsu, don't fight them, don't strike them. They're like a ninja. They're like a ghost. You're never going to be able to hit them. And I always thought, like, man, what am I doing learning karate? I need to learn jujitsu. And so, yeah, when I was in the group home, actually, I was telling him I wanted to do martial arts, and I was looking around for something to do. One of the staff was telling me to do Muay Thai. Oh yeah, Muay Thai. That's like so, like the ones you got to watch out for. Actually, the kids. By the time they're 20, they're all washed up. But like he was talking about how deadly it was. Meanwhile, I was just focused on jujitsu, and I was looking in the papers at the yellow pages for a place that was teaching jujitsu, and all the places were teaching Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but I really wanted to learn Japanese jiu-jitsu. So I was able to take some Japanese jiu-jitsu classes or traditional jiu-jitsu classes, from which obviously Brazilian jiu-jitsu and judo is based off of. And I took that for, I don't know, 6 months. So other than that, I haven't really had any formal training, although I am sort of a combat sports enthusiast. And by the way, don't give me any spoilers for the UFC, because obviously I'm not watching it because I'm out here. So I will watch that by the time I see you on the next stream. Kickboxing is great when you are tall. Well, you know what? I'm a lot more interested in a variety of martial arts now than I was as a kid. But I always thought that submissions were pretty cool, because you could quickly diffuse a situation. You know, let's say you are having a struggle with somebody, and yeah, you're trying to take them out. You're literally gonna have to just keep punching them until their brain stops operating enough. You know. You're gonna have to knock them senseless, and you could potentially kill them. I've seen people die out on the streets from a single blow to the head. But anyhow, so what was I saying? Oh, by the way, so dudes, I took a detour. I'm going back on Market Street. But yeah, you know what I would like to learn is wrestling. And you know, like this, I don't know of any place that, other than MMA gyms, that teach wrestling nowadays. I wish I could learn it just at City College, just get a basic idea of it. Oh, somebody's crying. That woman right there was crying, and then she went inside. Let's see. Hello, new subscriber there. Well, thank you for subscribing, Mama Panda Bear. I thought I've seen you before. Let's see. So let me read your guys' comments before they go off. Use jujitsu. You'll know exactly when to use. Okay, let's see. Why Japanese jiu-jitsu though? Well, because I didn't know. I was a kid. It seemed more romantic, you know? It seemed like, yeah, why would I learn? Because, you know, at the time I didn't know anything. I was like, Brazilian jiu-jitsu? Like, what is this? And then like, oh yeah, it's grappling on the ground, you know, you off of your back. I was like, off of your back? What is that crap? I don't want to know that. So that's why. Obviously, I didn't know anything, but so yeah. I mean, you know, now obviously, I know quite a lot. I mean, in fact, the reason why I started watching martial arts, combat sports, is to learn what is effective and what is not effective in a fight. So even though I haven't been doing any kind of martial arts, I have been keenly watching. And actually, you know, there was a point in time where I was on these bodybuilding forums, and actually they were predicting fights and keeping track of how everyone's score was and everything. And yeah, I participated, and I had like 67% accuracy. I was on the top of the boards there, and I kept doing that up until Chris Weidman knocked out Anderson Silva, and then I basically stopped from there. I was actually going to bet on that fight because I was so sure that Anderson was going to beat him. But the only places I could gamble were online, and you know, like, I was reading the terms and conditions, and they were a little too shady for me, so I didn't drop any money on there. But yeah. Anyhow, let's see. I'm gonna have to go close because I put the font too small. Sorry. I can see you wrestling in Japan, Lee. What's the point of these videos from HN Joe? All right, I can't read that. Well, the point is for me to go and show what SF is really like. You know, be able to talk to people out on the streets, show that San Francisco, like, you know, has these major issues with homelessness and just rampant drug use and untreated mental illness and just mentally ill roaming around on the streets. And usually I like interact with them and I talk to them. You know, I share my personal experiences with that kind of stuff. You know, I used to be homeless myself here in San Francisco. My mom had schizophrenia. I lived with a lot of people, you know, in group homes and shelters who had schizophrenia. You know, I have a lot of the same kind of background as a lot of the people who are out here on the streets. You know, I came from an abusive household and stuff. So, I mean, that's really what it's all about, right? But I have to also be concerned with my safety. So as I'm walking around talking to you guys, I'm looking for people to talk to while at the same time thinking about whether or not I'm going to be safe engaging in a conversation with somebody, whether or not they're going to be interested. And that's obviously something I'm going to have to think more about as I'm out here alone and I've been attacked a couple times. So that's really what it is. Yeah, I mean, not everybody watches for the same reasons, right? Some people are interested in talking to me. Some people are interested in, you know, seeing what San Francisco looks like. You know, they like to see the spots. And, I mean, to me, that's all gravy. But my main concern is to try to talk about the homeless situation and just let people see what's really real. Because if you were to watch any other channel, anybody else going around San Francisco, they're going to be like, oh, look, this is Dolores Park. What a lovely neighborhood here in the Mission. Meanwhile, ignoring all the people just strung out, passed out over in Dolores Park, you know? They'd be going over to the By Right Creamery, talking about how awesome that is. You know what I mean? And like, it's like nobody wants to see what's all around. So, I mean, why I initially started doing what I was doing is because everybody ignores what's going on around. They just want to throw money at the problem and look away and just hope that they don't see people out on the streets anymore. But they don't really care about those people out on the streets, and they're not really interested in trying to find a solution that's going to prevent people from continuing to flow out onto the streets, or for those people who are out on the streets and addicted to hard substances, for them to not just get clean, but then get sort of the therapeutic resources necessary to stay clean. Because, I mean, we got a real problem with IV drug use here in San Francisco. And, you know, people say like, oh yeah, well, you know, it's expensive to live in San Francisco. It's like, it doesn't matter how expensive it is. Nothing is going to drive a normal person to start shooting drugs into their veins, you know? Those people have some serious psychological damage. That's why they sought out those drugs in the first place. And, you know, I mean, like I said, I know about this kind of stuff firsthand. Out of all the people that went through the shelter system that I know of, they all eventually struggled with addiction, you know? And it's not just coincidence, you know? So, anyhow, let me see your guys' comments. Lee, do you need security to guard you during interviews? Yes. Interesting background there. So how do you solve it? Throwing more money at the problem may not work. It's getting even worse. Well, I think you gotta start dealing with it more therapeutically. Let's see. The situation is to pull all the money. I don't know about all that. Lee, I'll train you at the gym. I'll get you Jack tan and juicy as AF. Oh, shoot. Look at that. Look at what I just stepped on. Oops, hold on. There you go. I don't know. I don't want to be juicy, buddy. I like to be all natty, natural. I like to have fully functioning balls. Let's see. A walk around Embarcadero next to the clam chowder stands would be a good live stream next time. Lee, can you get me a triple cheeseburger at McDonald's? Where are you? Where are you? What's your favorite conspiracy theory, or do you have any? You know what? I don't follow conspiracy theories, but I definitely believe things that not everybody believes. But I mean, here's one for you guys. I don't know what's up with Saduds. I'm not far from where he was. But yeah, you know, over in the 60s, a lot of people were assassinated. You know, a lot of civil rights leaders and other people were assassinated. And the modern narrative, or the present narrative, is that, oh well, these are just people who killed them for whatever personal reasons. But I think, you know, as somebody with a little bit of background knowledge, that era is called the golden age of assassinations, and that's because everybody was getting assassinated. You know, our president got assassinated, Martin Luther King Jr. got assassinated, and who else? Malcolm X got assassinated. I don't think a lot of people know that the guy who leaked the Pentagon Papers, Nixon tried to have him assassinated too, but they bungled it. He was giving a speech. I don't know where it was, but over in Washington, I think it was at the Lincoln Monument, and like he was in front, and I think they tried to get him. They thought he was speaking in the back, and so agents went over in the back to kill him, and they ended up bungling the whole thing. I mean, we know that people get assassinated. I mean, people also don't know when Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated, he was not talking about civil rights at that time. He was focused on the Vietnam War. He was very much against the Vietnam War. And you know, I don't know. I'm of the belief that the government had eliminated them because they viewed them as I'm trying to think of the word. I don't know. I mean, it's, yeah. So anyhow, without going too deep into it, I definitely do not believe that all of these assassinations just happen to be single individuals. And in fact, I don't think. I mean, we were known for huge assassinations. I don't see how that would ever end. You know, it's well known that over in Russia, you do something wrong, you disappear. You know, to this day, you do something and you disappear. You know, oh, they died of some mysterious illness. Oh, just massive radiation levels for some reason. You know, somehow somebody died of ricin poisoning. You know, assassination still exists, and it's practiced by major countries to this day. And it's not just China, and it's not just Russia. But anyhow, there's a conspiracy for you. I can't see those emojis that you just sent, McChicken. Hey, where is the dudes? I've been walking around in a circle. A lot of places. A90. I don't know what you're saying over there. Don't forget MLK was a Republican. Well, Republican used to be different than it is nowadays. You learn everything. You learn everything new every day, huh? But yeah. So I'm gonna go over to the AMC. The AMC, I don't know. I'm not sure if he's talking about the Metreon or if he's talking about the mall. So I guess I'll go over to the mall, right over yonder. Because I think if he was talking about the Metreon, he would be at the Metreon. But this wouldn't be the first time somebody said to meet them at the Metreon and they didn't show up at the Metreon. Any thoughts on chemtrails? I think you guys are a lot deeper than I am. No, I don't believe. You know, oh, hold on. I got to get away from this guy because I could get my whole screen pulled if there's copyrighted audio in there. No, this whole chemtrails is nonsense. I think there's other things to worry about. Something else to worry about in a related topic is that they use powdered aluminum in jet fuel and rocket fuel. Aluminum is a neurotoxin, and actually they found aluminum deposits in brains of people with Alzheimer's. So, I mean, as somebody who lives close to an international airport, that's something I'm more concerned with, rather than. Hold on. So I had to mute it. Oops. There's people out here on the street. So, yeah, that'd be something more to be concerned with the pollution levels. And let's see, depends what he meant. But the only Metreon is the AMC Theater. Yeah, but is that the only AMC Theater? Anyhow, he'll leave a comment, I'm sure, if he's watching the stream. AMC Van Ness is several blocks away. Oh, that's true. Oh well. Yeah, let me just go to the Westfield Mall. Take us inside the Westfield Mall. You know what's going to happen is if I go inside there, it's just going to... Hold on, my stats are all messed up here. It says I got 0 viewers on YouTube and 1 viewer on Twitch. But yeah. Anyhow, here's the Metreon. If I go into... Not Metreon, sorry, the mall. If I go into the Westfield Mall, there's going to be so many people in there. I may get deprioritized on the network because I'm over my data allotment. But I could try to go over here. But the stream may drop out, so you guys let me know what I should do. What's up? Let's see, I'm watching from Twitch. Okay, thank you, Nippy-Oi. How's the stream? Send me a message. I'll try to respond as soon as I see it. Because from what I've seen, like, Twitch is like that. Let's see, 19 viewers. Oh, okay, cool. So people who live near airports are more apt to have Alzheimer's illness. Well, you know what? You could get aluminum from a variety of sources, so not necessarily. You know, I mean, the people who are most at risk for Alzheimer's are people who are on dialysis, because you know, you're attached to all kinds of aluminum equipment, and obviously that aluminum leaches out back into you. I mean, here in San Francisco, inside our water, we have high levels of aluminum inside the water. That's one of the main ways of getting aluminum. You know, if you drink from a can or eat canned food, you know, those are other sources of aluminum. Aluminum cookware is a huge one. You know, so if you're using like a Teflon pan or just any other aluminum cookware or aluminum silverware or flatware. Yeah, those would be major sources of aluminum. Good, very clear. Oh, too bad. Sorry, I was talking when you sent that message. Let's see. Long Ho, Lee, the connection is skipping. Was 25 minutes ago. Oh, sorry about that. When was the last time you ate fast food? Probably at least 5 years ago. And before then, I very rarely ever eat fast food. I don't feel like I'm missing anything by doing so. Have to filter the water. Yeah, but you know what the problem is with that? I mean, there's no real good solution, right? You filter the water, and then you're either distilling the water, or you're using reverse osmosis. If you're using reverse osmosis, you're just pushing the water through a polyurethane filter. Now you got a bunch of polyurethane. A lot of these plastics have a lot of what do you call it? A lot of these plastics will raise your estrogen levels, and I don't really think that the full safety information for these kinds of products is out there, especially when you're drinking something that was pushed through these microscopic pores. And you have distilled water. I mean, obviously you're going to need to put stuff back in the water, or it's going to strip your bones and your body from the nutrients you need, from like the minerals and stuff. And how are you distilling it? What kind of equipment are you distilling it with? Anyhow. Well, I mean, Cordy, a lot of the stuff is BPA free, but there's still other things to worry about other than BPA. Being so tall, where do you buy clothes? Dude, I gotta buy them online. So I'm happy anytime I find clothes that fit. I'm gonna go up Powell Street. I don't think Sadudes is coming, or maybe he went the wrong way. So I'm gonna go up Powell Street and try to see if I could talk to anybody. Maybe I'll see old Urban Picasso over there. The water here is filtered by the mountains and it's crystal clear. Well, you know what? The water in San Francisco is from Hetch Hetchy, yet we still had aluminum in there. So. Lee is so smart. Well, thank you. Oh man, I gotta make this stuff bigger. McChicken. I can read your guys' comments, but it's hard for me to see the usernames. So there's this guy. He kind of does the same kind of rhythm every time, but he'll sing a different song. He's singing "Happy Birthday." Fatass 891 is now following. Thank you for following, buddy. Yeah, my channel, my Twitch has grown by 10%. Oh, I have a question for you guys. Oh, look, this guy's nodding right here. Oh, hold on. So, let me stay over here to be. So, when you see people like that who are all hunched over like that, they are high on heroin. So, this person right here, in front of this cosmetic store is high on heroin right now as we speak. So you'll see that they'll hunch over and they'll never actually fall down. They'll just hunch over and then get back up and then hunch back over. Do you stream often? I stream every weekend. So, not, I mean, this is my first time streaming also onto Twitch. If you want to see some of the past streams, I'm over on YouTube. But yeah, I stream every weekend. And sorry, so for right now, you guys on Twitch and you guys on YouTube, I don't think can see each other's comments, so I'll try to read every comment I respond to. If you guys want, I could, for the next stream tomorrow, oops, hold on, I almost just walked. Look, see, there it is going right here. There's nothing stopping me from walking straight over onto the tracks. So I'm gonna back up. Yeah, anyhow, if you guys want to, I could like burn the comments into the video, but the problem is if I make highlights and stuff from these, that's going to be in there. Let's see. Yeah, I know I come from YouTube. Why does heroin make them like that? Well, you know, I mean, heroin, like other kind of opiates, and it gives you sort of a euphoria, and it just relaxes you. So while he's or she or whoever it may be is hunched over like that, I mean, they're feeling awesome. I don't know what it is, but I mean, it's well known. It's called nodding, and you always think they're gonna fall or something, but they never fall. I mean, let me go and take a look. So yeah, he's still over there. Hold on, let me. And so that'll last for a while. And then, obviously, once that's worn off, you know, the opposite effect kicks in. You know, they're like jittery, excitable, and instead of feeling sort of a euphoria in their body, they feel aches throughout their body. You know, a lot of people get hooked on pain pills. It's the same thing. It's opium in a different form. So they're on these pain pills because they have pain in their back, or I mean that's typically where it is. Could be from something else. They take these pain pills, and then yeah, when they're on the pills, they feel so great. All these endorphins, everything's feeling awesome, and then they. Oh, hold on, I gotta mute for a second. Oops. Can you? I think I put it back on. So yeah, they feel.
Nice.
Oh, it's just myself. Oh, sorry. Yeah, buddy. So, anyhow, they. What was I saying? Oh. So they. Oh, look! Somebody left. It must be that guy. Somebody left their stuff here. U.S. Army combat veteran. Today is my birthday. Cold, wet, hungry. You know, I talked to somebody who said that he was from the military. Actually, right there, it might be the same guy. And he kind of looked like he was strung out a bit. But I asked him about it, and he gave me enough info there to where it seemed kind of legitimate. And I gave him a T-shirt, but I don't know. Anyhow, the what was I saying? Okay, I'm just going uphill. So, oh yeah, when you take opiates, it's the same process, the same thing. And yeah, your pain goes away, and then it comes back. And so people could be on these pain pills. They could be on them basically indefinitely. Look, somebody's playing outside the gallery. You know what? Let's go look at the gallery, see what kind of stuff they got. That's one of the best parts. Oh, look, they got some Picasso over there. Let's go take a look. That's one of the best parts about being in San Francisco, is like you could see stuff that you're not going to be able to see anywhere else in the world. you know, it's like I've seen Rembrandts in person, you know, and Picassos and others. Not everyone can say that they have. Anyhow, let's just see what they have on display here. Oops, sorry. But anyhow, while I show this, I'll keep talking. Looks like this stuff. I guess this is Pollock. Oh, and then back there, what's that? I don't know. Is that Cezanne? I don't know. Okay, let me go try to take a look in there. But anyhow, I'm not really a fan of. I'm more of a fan of realism. Ah, here we are. The Weinstein Gallery. It's crazy stuff. This is a gallery. You could go in and just buy. Yeah, I'll take that Picasso, please. Thank you. Anyhow. So yeah, people will be stuck on pain pills for, indefinitely for an injury that no longer exists. And they will feel phantom pains. They will feel pains for an injury that doesn't exist, which is why they continue. Hold on, I'm gonna go this way. They feel pains to injuries that are long since gone. And yeah, they'll be forever stuck on there. Meanwhile, they'll be building a tolerance, and they'll need to have higher and higher doses. And yeah, I mean, my mom died from over pharmacology. She was on Zyprexa, which is an antipsychotic. One of the side effects of Zyprexa is that it causes seizures. So she was on an anticonvulsant. This anticonvulsant was an opiate. Eventually, she started getting migraines. So then she was on migraine medication. Then she started having like hip pains. And so she was getting like cortisone shots in her hip. And then they eventually said that it was actually something in her back that was traveling down her nerves into her leg, and so they put her on painkillers. So these are all various forms of opiates. Eventually, she got a cold, or who knows, a flu or whatever, and she took some cough syrup. This cough syrup had like some opiate in there. She ended up dying from that. And, I didn't know that. I had talked to her like 3 months before that, when I was still 17. She died. And for all of my adult life, I'd been trying to find her, trying to get back in contact with her. But she didn't exist anywhere, didn't exist online. And it was just recently I found out that she had died shortly after I talked to her last. But anyhow, let's see. How can you lower the bit rate on your stream if you're on mobile? Do you use the YouTube app? Please on stream. So I'm able. So you made a special channel for me, or is that your own? I could lower the bit rate by. Everybody plays their music, man. That makes it difficult for. What was I saying? Let me try to go through the comments again. How do I lower the data? So, I'm on this app called Streamlabs. Oh, sorry, buddy. How are you doing?
All right.
How's it been tonight? How have you been tonight?
All right.
What's your name? I see you around all the... Eben. All right.
Larry
Yeah.
King.
Oh, sorry, buddy. I don't have any.
Smoke.
I don't smoke. Let's see. So yeah, anyhow, I have controls to lower all the stuff, but obviously I can't do that while I'm in stream. But right now my max bit rate is 3.8 megabytes or megabit. I don't know. Let's see. Sorry to hear about your mom's death, Lee. Very sad stuff. Well, I was depressed for quite a while when I found out, but it's all good now. They put my mom on morphine right after she told them she couldn't take it. You know what? They like to put. Oh, sorry. I was thinking of methadone. Sorry. So wait. So you're saying your mom had a your mom died from morphine? Do you look more like your mom or your dad or none? Well, I don't know. You know what? Like, I always thought that I looked like my dad because I didn't know what my mom looked like, really, you know, because I hadn't seen her for most of my life, you know. I met her when I was 11 and lived with her until I was 13, but I had to be taken out of there because the conditions were too poor, and I got really, really sick. Yeah, so I met her when I was 11, and then I stopped living with her when I was 13, and then and I saw her from time to time when I was 14, but I didn't really see her. I never saw her after 14. There's only a few years I have of actually ever seeing her, so I never really got to see her when I was an adult, you know, when I had my proper face, you know. So there's certain features though, like I think my chin is more like my mom's. I don't know. I mean, like, my mom was beautiful. She kind of reminded me of just sort of like a cross between who's that? It's Elizabeth Hurley and I'm trying to think. Used to be with Tom Cruise. She was blonde. I forget. Let's see. Anyhow, while I keep talking, let me know if you guys know who I'm talking about. Lol dude just wanted to see. May I ask you? May I ask how come you meet your mom when you? Okay, so I met my mom when I was 11. So you know what? Over on Twitch, I got a whole thing talking about it in one of my panels. But basically, so it is okay. So it's going to be a little bit of a story. I hope you guys don't mind. Let me go ahead and sit down since I'm not going anywhere for this story. All right. So when I was born, obviously my parents were together, but my mom's schizophrenic. My dad's got anger issues, and he's kind of violent or prone to violence. So when I was 3, my parents divorced because my mom had called the cops on my dad for hitting her on the head. My dad claims that he only hit her with his thumb, but regardless, the police report was filed and he went to jail. And when he got out, he filed a divorce. And so I first went with my mother, and there's conflicting stories on what exactly happened, but basically I was found out on the streets and I nearly got hit by a car, and they called the police, and eventually custody shift over to, not eventually, like immediately, custody got sent over towards my dad. So from 3 till 11, I never saw my mom. I never really, anytime I'd ask about her, I'd never get really any answer. Sorry, I was covering my little GoPro here. At that time, like from 3 until 11, my dad was beating me, so he beat me on a regular basis over nothing, really. He'd whip me and stuff, so I was always running away. And by the way, if you know anybody who's running away, or anybody's kid who's running away, that's always indicative of abuse. Always. Anytime somebody's running, no one's running away from home unless they're suffering abuse in the household as a child. So anyhow, so I was always running away, starting from kindergarten even, but eventually I was, so I'd been picked up a few times before, but this last time I actually didn't even want to run away. Oh wait, no, actually, no, that's not true. So I did, yeah, my dad beat me and threatened to crush me the next time he was going to beat me, and said the next time that he's going to make me wish that I was never born. So I got in trouble for talking in school the very next day and walked opposite from home. And eventually, I decided I'm not going home. I was sleeping at 11 on a bench, and I heard what sounded like a bus stop. I was already decided I can't stay out here on my own. I'm gonna have to go over, because at the time they had these safe spaces, and the buses were safe spaces. So I was like, I'm just gonna have to tell the bus driver that I need to go home. But I heard the sound of a bus stopping. I opened my eyes, and there was a fire truck in front of me. So anyways, to sort of expedite the story, they picked me up. I talked to somebody from CPS and told them what was going on, and went into this place called the Bill Wilson Center. It's a children's shelter over in Santa Clara, and from there here, let me tell you, that's a F-car that's going uphill right here. So anyhow, from there, oh, by the way, what's up to Glenn? I can't see the rest of that name. So from there, they were asking me all kinds of questions about my mom, who I hadn't thought about in a long, long time. So they eventually forced me to go back to my dad against my will, really. And so I asked him all kinds of questions about my mom, and eventually was able to switch over to be under her custody. So that's how I got in contact with my mom. And so things were okay at first, but things got progressively worse. And she was sleeping all day and up all night, or she'd be sleeping days in a row and then up days in a row. She'd be hallucinating. She thought I was my dad one time, which was crazy. And she was smashing into stuff, trying to clean up and smashing into more stuff. We were living in the teeniest of places. There was room for her bed and my bed, and that was that. So there's no way I could sleep, and the place is getting to be a mess. I was completely reliant on her. We had no food in the house, and the sink was disgusting. And so I went without sleep or without eating or drinking for 3 days in a row, and I got so ill I had to go to the hospital. And over at the hospital, I told them what was going on, also around the same, when I was living with my mom, it was too difficult. I was trying so hard to fix things. And I was, every once in a while, it would become too much. And I would pretend to try to commit suicide somehow or another in front of her. I'd put a display, basically, pretend like I'm trying to hang myself from the dangling light fixture, or put a bag over my head. And she would freak out, and I'd be 5150, so I'd be inside of a hospital or even in an institution, and that would be enough for me to get a little bit of respite and be able to come back. But anyhow, so when I told the doctor what was going on over inside the household, I was taken away and I was entered into the system. And there you go. What's up? You want to be on stream, buddy?
Are you a YouTuber?
I'm YouTube and Twitch, buddy. What's going on?
Shout out, bro.
Okay, here we go. I couldn't hear what you said because of the train.
Follow my SoundCloud.
All right. I'll follow it, but I don't know what it is, so. Anyhow, Nicole Kidman, that's correct. So, yeah, my mom basically looked like a mixture between Elizabeth Hurley and Nicole Kidman. However, due to the antipsychotics that she was on, it caused her to gain a little bit of weight. But, you know, I still have pictures from when I was a little one. You know, but I got those well after the fact. You know, I only was able to get my hands on those when I was like an adult. Let's see. Can you say hi to my wife, Julie Strauss? What's up, Julie Strauss? How are you? Hold on. Yeah. There you go. Still nodding. I already said what's up to you, Glenn. So I guess you guys were all just kind of passively listening while I was talking. So anyhow, let's see. Nobody seems to really be doing anything. There's this guy who's just out here. I don't know. What is he doing? Drawing? Oh no! You know what? I was gonna bring some art supplies for somebody, but I forgot to do it. And you know what? All right. So next stream, I'm gonna try to bring art supplies, and I'm also gonna try to bring snacks just to hand out to people who talk to me. You know, I don't like to. You know, I would like to be able to give something, but I don't want to give something that's gonna be going towards drugs. You know. Did you? I'm sorry. Oh, I gotta mute it. All right. Yeah, so I gotta be proactive muting. Let's see. What's Emily? Thanks. You made her laugh. Did you ever take drugs? If yes, when and how often? So basically, I think the reason why I ended up not succumbing to addiction, or really, I mean, I did. So when I turned 18, I was dropped off outside the homeless shelter, but I busted my ass and got out of there. Everybody told me that I'd be back being homeless, but I made it my life's goal to never be homeless again. And it was a struggle, you know. I had to pull out of college a few times, but yeah, I'm not. Hold on, I hear a bit of music in the background here. I'm so paranoid of hearing music. I'm just gonna get away. Yeah, yeah, I think a big reason why I didn't have the same problems that everybody else that went through what I did had was because I always viewed my intelligence as my greatest asset, you know, and I never wanted to do anything that would impact my intelligence. So because of that, I never did. For the most part, I never did drugs. Now I did try a few times. I've smoked weed a couple times. I read some bunk info about LSD and did LSD a couple times, but other than that, I haven't done anything. And I don't drink, you know. Yeah, I don't do anything like that. I don't smoke, yeah, I honestly, I believe that a lot of the people who are out here suffering from mental illness, for me, it's not a coincidence that these people. Okay, here's something to know. 80% 80% of people with schizophrenia are addicts. That's huge. That's a huge percentage. I think only one fifth of the population smokes, I think. So 80% of schizophrenics having addiction. I believe that doing these substances is what causes schizophrenia. I personally am of the belief that schizophrenia itself is just a symptom. It's a symptom of brain damage or brain wastage. And that this brain wasting can be caused by a variety of factors, one of which is drug usage, And, I've known a lot of people who used to be sane and got deep into drugs, and seen as they slowly sort of slipped into sort of a permanent psychosis, But yeah. And people don't realize, so these psychoactive drugs are causing damage to your brain. They don't realize that marijuana is a psychoactive drug. A lot of people think that it's sort of benign. I don't believe that to be the case, and I know people who have either started their hold on, I'm going through the smoke cloud or a steam cloud from the sewer. Who have started their route towards addiction with marijuana, or who have lost their minds on marijuana and marijuana alone, which people don't believe is possible. But I also believe that cigarettes are also damaging. People don't realize that cigarettes are also psychoactive. The Native Americans used to smoke these giant cigars and would commune with the dead with these because they'd be tripping so hard. But anyhow, let's see. Let's see, have you liked weed those times? So, one thing that's kind of concerning, the first time you smoke weed, you won't feel anything. And it's true for everybody. The first time you think you're doing it wrong, you're not doing it wrong. It doesn't affect you the first time you do it. It's the second time and from that point on that it affects you. So, hold on, this place is a bit shady over here. So for those that don't know, I am kind of wandering through the Tenderloin. And I think I'm going to wander back out. Just because it's a little late in the evening to be out here all alone. Let's see, what was I saying? Let's see. Oh, so the first time I didn't feel anything. The second time, so I had ran away from the children's shelter with a couple other people. This one guy, I think his name was Blake. The Blake Davies, and the other guy, I forgot his name. So, I was 15, the other guy was 15, and then there was another kid with us who was 14. So we ran away, and we ended up sleeping outside on a mattress that was behind one of Blake's friend's house. This guy Blake also did meth and other stuff too. But anyhow, so we were out there, and then the next day we're kind of wandering around, and he bumps into a buddy of his, and the buddy gives him the pipe and lets him smoke a little bit, and gives us weed. And we had some little aluminum pipes, and we went over to the mall. This is over. I think this might have been the Hillsdale Mall. We went around over there and went behind a portable building and like a chain link fence, so it was very narrow. It was just enough for us to sort of just enough for us to walk through. And so we were behind there, and they were trying to do like super hits. So basically, we were squatting and like hyperventilating, and then standing up and taking as big of a hit as we could. And so we were doing that, and then the kid, he ended up falling, and he got trapped between the portable and the chain link fence. He was like in the fetal position, trapped, and we were laughing our asses off. And like, yeah, he was like begging for help and crying, and we just kind of stood around laughing at him for a while, and then picked him up, and then went over into the mall, went over to Macy's. He stole a hat and was walking out with it, like all swaggering. Then he got grabbed, and yeah, we went back. So I don't know. I mean, that was one time. I mean, and I had just the typical unstoppable laughter, just laughing until I was running out of air. The second time, or maybe the third time. The last time I had done it, I was like, I was just 18, and I was basically home. Well, I was homeless, and I was staying with my friend Carlos, and I was with him and his girlfriend and his girlfriend's friend, and they were smoking weed. And for whatever reason, even though I never really, it was just known that I don't smoke, I decided to smoke. I think it was to impress the girl there. So they gave me like this bud that was just covered with resin, and I took the biggest, most ridiculous breath possible, like breathed out all of my air and sucked in as much as I could, and held it for as long as I could. Meanwhile, like I'm just, like my body's trying to get it out, and I held it for like a minute and a half, and then breathed it out, and was coughing and heaving so much they put a bucket in front of me because they thought I was gonna barf. And then I went and laid back on my back, and just everything started shrinking in, and like everything was getting dark in my peripheral vision until I got nothing. And then basically I was just like visualizing like a theater chair, and I just felt like I was getting pulled out from my body, like I was watching a movie of myself doing stuff. So then I got up, like that was happening, and then boom, I snapped out of it, and I just got up, and yeah, every time I would say something, I would listen to myself delayed saying it. And so they were all trying to watch a movie. They're trying to watch one of the Bourne Identity movies, and I'm sitting there like asking over and over whether or not, like, oh, I'm annoying. Aren't I annoying? Oh, it's like I'm in a movie and I'm watching myself, and just saying that stuff over and over again. And oh, I'm annoying. Aren't I annoying, you guys? I feel like I'm being annoying. And while they were watching the movie, I was also making jokes that other people weren't getting. Like, there was a part in the movie where like there were some agents who were talking about whether or not to kill Jason Bourne, and they're like, Bourne dead gives us nothing. And then I was making jokes about how, of course, Bourne dead gives you nothing. Yeah, I just basically annoyed everybody, and that was the last time I did it. But it's not because, I mean, I didn't have any bad trips or anything like that. I personally believe that it's damaging to your brain. It's physiologically damaging. They've shown that before the age of 15, if you do it, it'll cause shrinkage in your frontal lobe. I mean, that's one of the most important parts of your brain. That's what you use for impulse control, for logic, for reasoning, for emoting, and yeah. You should be careful. Someone is going to snatch your phone / camera. Well, the good thing is that I'm big enough to where I'm pretty intimidated. But I do watch out when people are coming for me. Let's see. Did you have good experiences with acid and weed? Oh, you're right. Well, I already kind of talked about that. I don't know. With acid, So I didn't really feel much the first time I did it. The second time I did it, I was watching Claudia with a chance of meatballs at the Metreon in IMAX 3D. I mean, yeah, it felt awesome at the time, and it felt awesome to walk around with dilated eyes and like being able to see so well at night. But you could just feel the damage the next day, you know. And people who do a lot of LSD, they end up with long-term, depression and other mood disturbances. And also with stuff like ketamine, it's been shown to cause lesions in the brain. Even, general anesthesia, they found lesions in the brain from general anesthesia. It does a lot of damage. A lot of stuff that people kind of take for granted do a lot worse than you would think. You should be okay. All right. So I am kind of just wandering around looking for somebody who would be willing to talk to me, but I can't really find anybody. The problem with being so, I guess because it's so late, there's the tenderloin is really scary. If I'm over in downtown, it's people who are just begging for money because they want to buy drugs. They're not gonna be really interested in talking to me if I'm not gonna be giving them money, and I'm not gonna be giving them money because they're just gonna be doing drugs with it. So. Same with ecstasy. That will fry your brain. That will fry your. I'm not sure if it's dopamine or serotonin receptors, but you will F yourself up with that. You know what? Ecstasy used to be an antidepressant. They used to use it therapeutically, but then it was discovered that it causes permanent damage. Another thing you got to worry about with ecstasy, sometimes it's laced, or you lose control of your body temperature. People have died from that. You should go inside Burger King. Lots of strange stuff occurs there. You know what? Every time I've tried to go in someplace with a camera, they've kind of thrown me out. When I was, let's see. Oh, it's just trash. Yeah, when I was over here on Martin Luther King Day, I was just started my stream, and there was a couple of people here who stopped me and wanted me to talk to them, and they're just like snorting coke, just right there in front of me. Like their eyes were bugged and red, and yeah, they wanted me to film them while they were snorting coke. Hang out by Civic Center Plaza. Okay. I talked about this on stream before, but I used to live in the Tenderloin. I used to always be over by Civic Center Plaza, and I went up, or the Ewan Plaza actually, as it's known. I went up the escalator there, and at the top there was some people passing back and forth a gun, and these people were kind of dressed in their, obviously these people were not people you'd want to bump into, and I was like, fuck, I had my rent money in my pocket, and I was going up the escalator. I was already like halfway, not halfway, I was already going up. They would see if I turned and ran around and tried to run down the stairs. And so, yeah, I just tried to play it cool as I was going right past them as they're handing back and forth that gun. And just said what's up to them and kept moving. There was no problems. But it's, that Civic Center area can be sketchy. I saw, let's see, I saw a picture of a plastic bag in SF with 10 kilos of poop in it. Is that what he said, kilo? Yeah, picking up poop. You could make close to 6 figures. I mean, you could make a decent living. Nearly as much as a police officer, just picking up poop. Yeah. I remember when Carlos... Hey, what's up?
I'm a subscriber to you.
Oh, okay. There we go. You gonna be my muscle? You hanging out, or you just going?
I'm about to go meet my friends real quick.
Okay. Where you going? Which direction?
I'm going now.
Okay.
Where you headed?
People wanted to see Civic Center.
I can go away from now.
Okay.
I can head back to the lady.
There we go. Boom.
I finally caught one. Cool.
Yeah. What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
Elliot.
Elliot. All right. Yeah. There you go. Well, this time you're not only on YouTube, but you're on Twitch too. I'm dual casting. Yeah. So. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can.
I'm
do
hella
this.
fucking short shit.
Yeah. Whoop. Oh. Damn it. It's like the wrong arm to be doing this. So, how long you been subscribed?
Since you started doing your first live stream.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah, when you started back, yeah.
So, like,
The one where you were like talking about your like family stuff.
oh yeah,
No.
that was like 9 months ago, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't really comment because
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what's crazy? It's like I don't know what people watch if they don't comment, because that's the only way
I
I
mean
know
I
if somebody
like
sees something.
whatever you do. You know, it's cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Have you seen the old videos I did before that?
I see. Yeah, I see most of those. One with the guy that's still talking. From
Oh yeah,
Walgreens
yeah.
and,
That's a big one.
yeah.
And like the fight on the bus is another
Yeah,
big one.
the one with the dude young and the Asian lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one too. I like that one.
Yeah. But wow. So do you watch? Do you watch when I upload like regularly? Do you watch? Are you watching live most
I
of the
usually
time?
catch most of your live streams. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm usually out and about.
Oh, okay.
This is like the first time I can see you in person. So.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool that I got to see you, because otherwise, I mean, look, there's nobody to talk to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't want to bore people just by being me walking around talking at them the whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel self-conscious.
I think I saw your last stream or the one before where you got in an argument with some dude.
Oh, dude, he was in my face. He
Yeah.
was in, like my hand was on his chest, pushing him back. But yeah, you saw that where that guy was selling.
Shit in the basket?
Yeah, he was selling shit in a handbasket.
That was some weird stuff.
But
Shorts. Are you just extra tall?
well, yeah, I'm extra tall.
How tall are
man.
you again?
6'8".
I'm like 5'10", 9, maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not that tall.
Oh, you're close to 6 foot though.
Yeah, better than
Well,
not being close to 6 foot.
Well, actually, maybe not. You know what I mean? Sorry. Yeah.
Are you streaming just today or are you like?
I'm streaming tomorrow too.
Oh, I'll be out tomorrow too.
Oh, okay.
If you want to like meet up again.
Okay. Yeah.
I work at tomorrow here.
Okay. You got it. You got any protection on you?
I can handle myself usually. Pretty
Okay.
fine.
Well, I don't care about you handling yourself. I care about you handling other people for me.
I got
like-
you. Yeah, don't worry about
okay.
it.
Yeah. Because, you know, it's like, I want to go over in the TL just to see this one guy. You remember that guy who was screaming? Oh, hold on. I got to mute this.
I can cancel all my friends.
All right, so I had to mute it because somebody's playing music in the background. But yeah, I was just talking about It would be nice to have somebody with me so I could go, oh, he's following me. I don't know if maybe I started it. Oh, hopefully the audio doesn't get stuck. You got yourself a sidekick. That guy, I don't know if you guys can hear, but he's blasted music. I might have to mute it a bit more. Hold on. All right. Yeah. So basically, we were following him, and like he was blasted. Like he's just okay. We can hear you. Oh, you could? I thought I was muting it. Do you hang out in Daly City? No, I'm in San Francisco. Let's see. Why was he fighting you? Okay. So why was he? Okay. So he was. Oh, I think we can move on. Oh, sorry about that. I was talking to this guy who was he just obviously clearly mentally ill, but I was trying my best to talk to him, ask him about it, like where he's from and stuff, and he was telling me he's from Azerbaijan. Yeah, I mean he was yelling and screaming, and he was selling his crap, literally his feces in a basket. Oh look, here we are outside the Crazy Horse. I knew somebody who actually came over here, who danced over there. Like I saw her just standing out there. Like, what? I knew you from City College. Yeah. But I mean, like it was gross. She had like, I had seen her at City College before, just with herpes just all over her face. You know? So I was like, ooh. Like her whole face. Oh no, not again. Let's. All right, so anyhow, I think that guy is not like right next to us anymore, so I unmuted it. So anyhow, I was trying to talk to this guy, ask him about his life and stuff, and then meanwhile, somebody comes over and is asking me. Okay, somebody. Hold on.
My bag sitting right there. So I told him, if you fuck with it.
Yeah, buddy. Anyhow, let's keep going. So yeah, but somebody was telling me to film that, but then there's other people who are not too happy over there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I need people.
Yeah, I feel like even I don't like coming there by myself.
Yeah, this is not a nice neighborhood.
Which is weird, considering that like a big tourist spot.
Yeah, it's like
it's
just
just
right
relaxed.
there. It's yeah, thank you to Gray West for subscribing. Anyhow, so I was talking to that guy, and this old man. Oh, it just auto switching. This old man came over to me, and yeah, it was hey, what you're doing is against the law. I was like, what are you talking about? And he said, oh, you're filming him without his permission. And I talked to the guy. I was I was saying, like, no, I'm talking to him. And the guy actually, even though he was like, he obviously had issues. He was like, yeah, I'm talking to him. He was screaming the whole time I was talking to him. And then he like wandered off. And then he came back and he was like, yeah, like he just kept coming back getting more and more angry as I was trying to talk to him. Like, that guy has mental illness. Uh-oh. Don't know what's going on over here. Yeah, buddy. So, and, what are you guys playing? Oh, can I record it or no? Huh? No, I don't. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. What'd you say?
There's some people play dice in the rain before.
Yeah, I know, like in a puddle.
Yeah, the money get all the way.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but anyhow, there you go. That's another situation where I would have gotten in trouble if I was in.
Yeah, most likely, yeah. They look pretty like, People get, does the camera really make you all that angry?
Well, certain people, yeah.
Most people get defensive.
Oh yeah, so we're going over to Civic Center.
Okay.
We can cross here, I guess. Okay. Oh, man, I keep getting distracted from the story. So I was talking to that guy, and that guy kept getting angry and angry. That other guy that I was talking to him, and I was trying to be reasonable with him, and he was saying, "Oh, he's got mental illness." I was like, "Yes. How are we going to address the mental illness? Like how are we going to solve this if we're not addressing it, not talking about it? And he just was like, F you, and he hit my face. Meanwhile, a woman comes over from the side and is screaming at me also at the same time that I'm dealing with this guy. She's aggravating that guy, getting him hyped up. Like, what seems to be the issue here? And I said, well, this guy's up in my face and trying to fight with me. And she was like, well, maybe he doesn't like that camera in his face. It's like, he got in my face, and that's how the camera got in his face.
Yeah.
What I mean? He wasn't even a part of the whole thing until he got in my face. But anyways, she's saying that, and he's like, yeah, get that camera out of my face. And he's getting all up on me, and I'm like backing up and gently pushing him on, in the chest while I'm still holding my selfie stick. I was thinking, like, what do I do? I got pepper spray in my pocket. I could just shove this guy down, and then if there's problems with the other girl, I could use the pepper spray. But I was like, no. So I eventually just walked out of there.
Pick your battles,
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to do that, but that's sort of an example of why it's better to not have something too drastic for protection, because you might want to use it. I was able to get out of there with no problems. And you saw the stream where the guy slapped me?
No, I did not see that one.
It was when I was going over to Castro. I was like, yeah, I was just looking at Market in front of me. So I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go up this way. And this dude comes over and he'll get me the F off camera and slaps me. And so, from that point on in the stream, I'm just recording my own face strictly and pointing so everyone knows I'm looking away, just because, I was shook.
Yeah, shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not that he hurt me or anything. I mean, he was probably about your size, but like, you know, it was enough to make me think like, damn, I could get in, like, if this keeps happening, I'll keep getting in trouble. Somebody's recording us.
That happens over here.
Right over here. So anyhow, this is Civic Center. I don't know what they wanted to see over at Civic Center.
Waterfall on the side.
Oh, let's see what's going on over here with the cops. You know, one time, so I used to live over in the TL.
Yeah, I know that, yeah.
One time, oh look, he's just driving up there.
And teach them get them out of there because they loiter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like they just crowd around the CVS.
Oh, okay.
So then they walk away, and then the cops leave, they come right back.
Okay. What's going on? What are you guys up to?
Slinging dope and running hose, man.
Oh, okay. How much? So anyhow, yeah, I guess so that's what they do. They just go up the street and just tell everybody to get the F out of the way.
Yeah. Okay, most people just sit there and sell random shit.
Yeah, stolen shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've gone by on stream and like there's been people just shooting up with their arm out into the street. You know, just shooting up.
It's not bad over here, which is sad.
You know, it's crazy. Like every time I come here at night, there's cars. There's the mobile command center.
Yeah, that's always there.
Like right here, there's always the mobile command center, and there's always police posted over here. And I don't know why they block off this fountain. You know, don't want people washing in there or something.
Yeah. You ever see people washing anything? I came by once when they had that. Used to have those. What was it? They sell like fruit and stuff.
Oh yeah. They'll have a farmer's market that's like right over in the Union Plaza.
Yeah, over here like rubbing stuff and stuff.
Yeah. So you're on your way. Okay, hold on. Let me look at the comments. I haven't read those in a while. Let's see. Whoa, his voice was like a microphone. Let's see. What part of SF is Lee in right now? This is basically downtown, sort of on the edge of Tenderloin. I'm on Market Street, that's right. Let's see. Why didn't you call the police? I was on stream. I guess a streamer could have, but I was thinking about that. I was thinking, well, I could push this guy off of me, like, and he would obviously fall on the ground because I was ready to shove the F out of him. And then if the woman caused any problems, I could get her with the mace. I got everything recorded, not only on this, but also on here. You see? Oh, I was covering it. Yeah.
Cool.
So maybe not everything is recorded because I had it covered up by my zipper, but usually. So this is what I do. I got it on my Patreon just for free. Anybody could go there and see that stuff. So I had it recorded 2 times, so I could have, you know, then had somebody call the cops and then tell them what happened, and then be like, check it out. It's on YouTube. It's DVR. You know what I mean?
So what is mobile command for? Like, what do they do there? Like, what is it?
So anyhow, we're outside. Here's the mobile command. I think when they grab somebody, they bring them through there, search them or whatever. I'm not exactly sure what's up over there.
It's always there at night. I don't see it.
I've never seen people go in or out of there.
Me neither. It's always just sitting there. But
Yeah.
I know the lights work. I seen it like just not 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Turn the light on.
So I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if those are offices or if those are places where they could interrogate people, or if those are like, you know, where they search people or put like confiscated stuff. I don't know. But yeah, then there's these cops and SUVs around here.
It's good there's more cops down there now.
Yeah. I mean, but at the same time, like, look, there's cops over here. Meanwhile, there's like stuff happening like right over there.
It doesn't stop anything. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, like, there's those people, the shady people playing dice in a puddle that way. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna get over that.
You know what I'm saying? And it looked like it was a lot of money too. I couldn't show it.
Yeah, it could get close because they were that mad.
Yeah, but at the same time, this is a wide-angle lens. You know what I'm saying? So, while I'm not recording with my phone, it might be caught on the GoPro. But, I've passed by people like smoking crack and doing drugs, and on the same block seeing cops just posted. And just said like, yeah, some shady stuff is going over there. And like, yeah.
Cops mostly just sit in their car, and I think they just do it when it gets too big over there. So it starts small, and then it keeps growing and growing, and then they have to go and get rid of people.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyhow, when you were saying before over at the CVS.
See how they're coming back already?
Oh, they are, huh?
Yeah, it's like roaches.
Yeah.
Right now.
You know, I did something pretty dangerous when I used to live over in the Tenderloin.
Like what?
So, I lived over at, oh look, we got another subscriber, Clint Johnson. I gotta change that little emoji, or whatever. You know the zombie thing?
Yeah.
That's the default. Let's see. You know what, there's no way to do this right. But, so anyhow, I lived over at Turk and Leavenworth, up on the 3rd floor. And so there's people who are selling drugs. Like I would look down and they were, like just right there on the corner, down, at Turk and Leavenworth, just selling drugs all night. And so I had a slingshot, and I went over to the dollar store, and I bought a bunch of marbles.
Yeah.
And so yeah. I mean, I was getting them. Every time they'd sell drugs on the corner,
You were just hitting with it though?
I would be shooting at them. Yeah, I mean, I became a crack shot, basically. Like the window would be cracked open and I'd be shooting out there. And eventually what happened, people would walk in like a big U shape to not be on that corner, you know? And like, or they would start like doing drugs like directly under the unit where I was at, like not selling drugs.
Oh yeah.
And
right.
so
you can hit them.
So then we started getting water balloons. And then we tried normal water balloons, and then we tried cold water balloons, and stuff stopped happening on those corners.
Good job.
However, I did go to jail for it. You know, so,
They finally caught you?
I went to jail for it, but what happened was, so there was 3 people, I guess, who I guess they had 3 witnesses. One was not allowed to be on that corner. One had a warrant out for his arrest, so wasn't gonna go and be on. So the guy he was on probation for selling drugs, was not allowed to be on that corner where he was selling drugs. So he can't say I was there on that corner where I'm not allowed. So he was gone. And then like another one of those guys like disappeared. So we're over in so it got dismissed because all those people, obviously they're selling drugs on the corner, you know what I mean? They don't want to be in there saying, well, I was just selling drugs on the corner, and then like, you know what I mean? So, but that was during my young and reckless days. I don't do that kind of stuff.
I feel it.
All right, talk to you later, Sith War. Are you exactly 6'8" or a little shorter or taller? I don't know. You know what? Your height is flexible. I'd have to measure myself when I wake up. Lee, that dude looks hella bored. Are you hella bored, buddy?
Oh, no,
you want to go off to see your friends?
Oh no, this is how I look in general.
Are you waiting? Are they waiting for you?
That's cool. I can go with them tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I like to do it. It's cool.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's cool.
So you're having fun. You're entertained.
Yeah, I always look bored though. This is me.
Where do you think would be a good place to go? Where's some place you feel like, man, Lee never goes here?
I really wanted to see that Castro screen. That's where I wanted to see.
Oh, you know what?
I don't go over there honestly.
Yeah, you know what? I don't really go over there either, so I didn't know what to say.
Yeah,
And like,
it's out the way.
I went over there. So you didn't see that stream at all?
No, I saw where it cut out. And then I came in right where it started to mess up, and then I.
So what happened in that Castro stream? I went over there, and you know they have this little post thing set up, which shows the people who had died from AIDS and stuff. And so I recognized one of the people on there. Oh, it's a butterfly or moth just flew right up in your face. You didn't see that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm lightly scared of insects.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it just went like whoop right over your shoulder and flew over. That guy, I don't know.
They're messing with the bike, you know.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? All these people steal bikes, and now we got these bike rental programs,
Yeah,
and
I
there's
see a lot of
bikes
people on
everywhere.
bikes,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like randomly.
I don't know how they deal with people stealing stuff from their bikes. Like, I don't know how they all have seats and wheels. You know?
Yeah,
Because they're just left
I used
out
to
here.
park around here, and my car got broken for like almost every single time.
Oh yeah.
It was bad.
So anyhow, when I went over to the Castro, first when I went over there, I bumped into some people with like the Trump shirts and MAGA hats. I was like, "Oh, what's up? What's going on?" And they're saying like that they're like grassroots or whatever. But it was super windy; no one could hear me. But they were posting up some like Trump/Infowars stuff on some poles over there.
Of course.
And like apparently somebody from Antifa came over and ripped them down right there and was flipping us all off. I was just talking to him trying to see what was up, and I just kept going. And then I got out. So the Castro stream is the same one I got slapped in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
So then I kept going, and got over to the Castro, saw that thing set up, recognized one of the people who had died from AIDS that month, like just right before I went over to go see that little wall. That guy used to work at the Guerrero House, the place that I went to after I was homeless.
Yeah, I know about that, yeah.
And when I was there, I had a conversation with him, and it was the craziest conversation. He was telling me in code, but he's basically telling me, like, oh, when I was younger, like I got AIDS, and from that, and like I was devastated, and from that point on, I stopped caring about other people, and I was like, what do you need? And he was saying that he didn't care if other people get infected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like it blew my mind. There was another staff member there who like later was like, yeah, don't listen to him, man. That's messed up what he's saying. Yeah. But he's saying like he infects people and he doesn't care about it. He doesn't let them know anything.
That's really
So I mean, I saw him and I saw that he had died. You know, he probably died from AIDS related stuff because that's why he was there over there on that
Yeah.
wall.
Where's the wall at?
I don't know. I mean, the Castro is pretty small, but
Yeah, it's really little, yeah.
oh look, the cop car's moving away. But yeah, so I don't know. You know what? I mean, it's like he died, and I mean, it's kind of surprising that he died, but I can't say that I'm like sad about it because he's not infecting other people anymore.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
kind of a, you know,
So like,
that's
yeah.
about it.
But I was saying, like, I'm sure that's not how he would have wanted to be remembered, but.
Yeah, no one's remembered like that, yeah.
Yeah, he was telling, we were having like a long conversation about it. And he was saying like, I don't know, it was weird. He was talking about the right to live and other stuff like that, you know? I don't know, it was really crazy talking to him, but he just completely didn't care about other people.
Yeah,
Guerrero House, like on Guerrero Street, the ones referenced in the room. I never saw the room. Do you know the room?
Nope.
No, I don't know the room. But I lived on Guerrero and 21st Street, and it was sort of transitional housing for people, for youth who are homeless. Yeah, you work while you're living there and pay like a third of your income, and just prepare to live out on your own. Nowadays, it's like a WIC thing, women, infant, and children. Let me move on the other side. I think this is better. Because,
it's Sweden.
what's...
I go to Sweden. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Like, I got this is one of those multi-lens cameras, but I can't use the other one in this app.
That's still a good quality to zoom in, though.
Yeah. Well, I'm only streaming in 720.
Oh, okay.
So that also helps too. So, you know, you seen that video where I was walking next to a guy who was, oh look, there's a woman doing the same thing over there.
The group.
Look at that. Oh, hold on, let me get closer. She was doing the same thing. Look at that. What the hell is going on? he's tweaking, and then she's. This is a crazy S. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, there's more cop cars going by. But yeah, they're just tripping.
See it, we're already back.
Oh, over up there on that corner. So what was I? Oh, so I forgot what I was just talking about before we saw those people. Oh, you know what's crazy too is when you see homeless people with oh, you can't see that on the street. You see homeless people with like strollers, you know, just filled with stuff with like dogs and like just all kinds of stuff, and think like, how did they get that stroller? Like, did they just like overpower some woman, or like did some woman leave her stroller out and they stole it? But there's too many strollers. You know what I'm saying? Where do those strollers come from?
There's a place over by where is it? I forget exactly by where the painted ladies are. You know where the painted
Oh
ladies are?
yeah. Oh, Hayes.
There's a ton of shops and like a lot of women leave their strollers outside. I went there with my girlfriend once, and there's just a ton of strollers like everywhere.
Yeah. I used to be a caregiver. I used to take care of somebody who lived right there.
Oh, really cool.
Yeah. He lived. So you know, there's the painted ladies up on one side.
Yeah.
I was like, sort of,
And then they go in.
just on the other. Not. So they was on this side. I was over here. You know, so
Okay.
we could look out the window and see the painted ladies.
Those are really nice houses.
Yeah. For those people who don't know, the painted ladies are some Victorian era houses that like just were painted in a colorful way. That's why they're called painted ladies. And so you might know it from Full House. Okay. John Smith. I don't know what's up with John Smith. Hopefully he's not talking about us. Oh, look. Wow, that is bright.
Yeah.
That is super bright. Like I'm blinded a little bit.
Is John Smith one of those comments like rude stuff?
I don't know. Maybe.
But there's one that's always commenting on stuff.
I don't know. You know, it's like I had a discussion with him before, but it's like I don't want to keep getting the same discussions with people.
Yeah.
Cringing Anguine says, "Be right back." The girl look okay. Interpretive dance. Yeah, I don't know. So where do you want to go? Are you hungry or something? You want to go?
Cool. I'll just go wherever you're going.
Okay. You know what? I am kind of feeling like getting a snack.
Alright, so back down market.
Oh, you want to? I mean, yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's go over to the Orpheum. Let's see what's up over there,
Okay.
and then we'll go.
I think they have Hamilton.
I'm gonna be working there.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Next week.
Oh man. Good.
So. Yeah.
Hope you enjoy it. It looks cool.
Yeah. Let's see if I recognize any of the people over there. Hold on. Let me get on your other side. Sorry, because I got. There we go. Boom. Oh, they're waving. Let's see, shoplifters are, strollers are classier. Oh, so, like right over on the other side of this fountain is where I saw, where I first saw a pigeon getting hunted and killed and eaten by a seagull.
Really?
Yeah, just over in the grass. It was crazy. I had it like, I always hated seagulls before that. I was like, wow, I got a newfound respect for them. You know? Yeah. So I think Orpheum is like, I think it's Orpheus is like the like one of the gods of theater or whatever. So you'll find theaters all over that are called the Orpheum. Let's see. Go to Burger King.
Oh, that Burger
This
King?
I don't want to go to Burger King.
I don't want to go to that Burger King specifically though.
Oh, there's a Carl's Jr. over here that's super shady.
The one back on Market?
Yeah.
By Pal? The one right by
Yeah,
Pal?
I think so. Somewhere
Yeah.
around here.
That's a really bad one.
Yeah. But there was a security guard there who smoked crack, and like homeless people came in there and they were like, "Hey man, you smoke crack? What are you doing in here?" He'd be like, "Oh, get out of here, get out of here." Like, no, what? Wait, you smoke crack? Why are you like, you know?
Yeah.
I try to get him in trouble, you know. So let's go on the other side.
Collection of us in some class.
Anyhow, here is the Orpheum Theater. This is the outside of it. And I guess Hamilton's playing here, and this is where Wicked first started. You know. Anyhow, looks closed. So
Start here next week?
next week, yeah, I used to work at these theaters all the time. So I just talked to some people I know, and I'm getting back in there. Yeah. So, the Burger King by the theater gets crazy. I heard that they blast opera music outside this Burger King to get the homeless people to leave.
I never heard anyone come over here.
Yeah.
I thought it was stopping though.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, we could have had the chicken.
Anyhow, I don't know. Nothing's going on. Oh, actually, you know what? There is somebody sleeping right outside that Burger King. All right, let's just go over there because I think somebody went out of their way to name their channel Lee's on Stream, and he's asking for us to go over there.
That's dedication.
Yeah. I mean, I would assume, unless he's just, you know, he's another guy named Lee.
Which is possible,
Yeah.
yes.
So Lee, who is your new homeboy? He seems pretty chill. Wait, I'm really terrible with names. Dylan? Elliot. Sorry about that. See, that's the problem. Is I try to wait. Maybe I could get it. You know.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm really terrible with names. Elliot.
Yeah,
I'll try to remember it.
it's fine. You'll have to.
But I like, oh, look at that guy. He's just whacking his jacket. Oh, okay, never mind. I've seen people just walking around here just like whipping stuff with the belts, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
It used to be worse over here back when the entrance was here.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Look at that.
Used to be a
Is
lot
that
worse.
that's what this is?
Yeah. Oh, they're close to everything closed so early.
Yeah, that's the crazy stuff. That's, well, it's understandable. I mean, look what's right there in front.
Thanks for working at the library.
Oh, you did? Oh, that library.
Yeah.
This library here is sketchy. Don't use the bathroom in this library if you don't
Yeah,
got it.
never.
You know? I mean, even the computers are kind of gross. But yeah, this is the San Francisco Public Library. It's a nice library otherwise, but it's
It's
just,
a beautiful library, right?
it's huge. It has so much, so many books. You could rent Blu-rays there. You know what I mean? It's like they got a huge sign language section. It's
Yeah,
like
they
the,
got a lot of stuff there. Yeah.
it's the best library I've ever been in as far as like what's there. But like,
They have computer classes for all people.
yeah.
It's cool.
All right. So anyhow, let's yeah. So this guy, you know, should I try to talk to this guy over there who's
Yeah, I'm here.
begging for money? All right. Oh, by the way, Carlo Gambino said hi to you. Why don't you come? Yeah.
Sama sa naan.
Huh?
Sama sa naan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure.
How long you been homeless for? 10 years? Have you always been here in San Francisco? Oh, where are you from?
I was born and raised in
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
And then you came here 10 years ago? Oh, you just been kind of nomadic?
Yeah, I've been nomadic until the last few years.
Oh, just, okay. So you were homeless in Wisconsin first and then moved around till you came here?
So I was never homeless in Wisconsin.
Oh, you're never? Okay. So you just left there and became homeless along the way?
Yeah, bad shit happened.
Oh. Were you running away from something over there?
Not necessarily running away. Leaving things behind that I didn't know to associate with.
Okay. Like your family or something like that, or?
Something like that.
Okay. Things were rough for you growing up?
Oh, very rough.
What kind of stuff did you go through, if you don't mind me asking? Okay. All right, it's just it's just on myself. Oh, okay. All right, I got you. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. All right.
How'd that go?
Well, he didn't want to talk.
Too long, bro.
I don't know how people get dogs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they just grab them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if like there's people who are breeding them.
Yeah.
You know?
That dog was young.
Yeah.
So he must he's been home for 10 years.
Yeah. So anyhow, you want anything? You hungry?
Okay.
We want a snack?
I'll grab another drink where we go.
Okay.
He might run into you.
What'd you say?
He
Oh
might-
yeah.
He might really run into you.
Yeah,
I
now-
saw a really tall guy across the street screaming, so I'm like, okay. There's
Yeah.
not many San Francisco people
Who were
scream
like,
that tall, so
yeah.
It must be like,
I only saw one streamer other than me here in San Francisco. And it was while I was out streaming. Like she was speaking like Spanish or Italian or something.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Just screaming out in the back.
Yeah, just out and about. And she was talking. I was trying to catch her attention, but you know.
How come you don't like do daytime streams?
Well, so during the week, like I take care of my daughter.
Oh yeah.
And like
Okay.
it's you know, I don't really have much time, and I don't really sleep that well. So on the weekends I just crash.
Yeah, okay.
And so like that's what happened. That's kind of why I don't have a schedule set up yet either. But hopefully, if things like, you know, things start I plan on doing a little bit more regularly and having everything going. I feel like some of the streams I do during the daytime are really good, but another thing is at night, like, you know, the screen is much less bright, and so I could stream for a lot longer before I have to worry about like plugging it in. You see here with this gimbal, I can't plug. I can't,
you can't charge anything,
I can't charge it while I'm using it. So I got to take off the gimbal. Then all of a sudden it's like, you know, super shaky again,
Yeah.
and I got a cord going all the way into the phone. You know,
Yeah, okay, I understand.
so like I get like, who knows, like double the lifetime at night. But
Who's that one guy you see? It seems like you're cool with him. He does the paintings.
oh
drawings?
yeah, Urban Picasso. I was going over. You know what? I gave him. Oh, look at that! There's somebody right over there. It was like, looks like they're nodding off. Right over here with the police on.
Feels
But-
bad. Sad.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, it's not. Yeah. I mean, it's not as
Whatever,
cold
no.
as it was, but I mean, that person's sitting in a puddle. You know.
It's really sad.
I mean, that's it's essentially what homelessness is, right? You're just doing whatever you can for your next high, you know? Because when you're
Yeah.
high, you're not concerned about like your condition. You're not concerned about how you feel, or you feel fine. You're not hungry. You're not cold. Maybe you're not tired.
Really?
You don't like, you
Being
know.
higher makes you not hungry?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Why do you think people on heroin get all thin? You know?
Oh, so it's suppressed appetite.
Yeah, suppressor. You know, meth suppresses your appetite.
I don't know that.
Yeah, a lot of those drugs. Whoa,
Okay,
that is
I
bright.
guess it does make sense, yeah. Now that
Yeah,
both of them are skinny, yeah.
yeah. Let's see. Lee Do we have any names for the new baby? Okay. So, well, so I don't know what the gender is, and we're not doing any ultrasounds or anything for this baby. So, because my wife is pregnant, so I'm gonna be having another baby. If it's a boy, it's also gonna be Lee, because I'm Lee the Fourth. So this one would be a continuation, Lee the Fifth, which is funny because they were completely unrelated to Lee the First. But yeah, so I don't know. I just kind of like that, and would like to continue that. If it's a girl, it's gonna be called Lily.
What's your current daughter's name?
Laura.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like to keep the theme of L's.
I
And my sister's middle name is Laura. You know.
okay. I didn't know you had a sister.
Yeah. Well, you know, from my dad and my stepmom. You know.
Oh, okay.
They're actually twins.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So those. Wow! Look at that. That dude. That was the biggest pup I ever saw. Too bad I missed
Is
it.
he baby?
I don't,
Yeah, he's baby. Hi, Philly. Hi, baby.
what? You could get that kind of. No, that's not vape.
Yeah, he's baby. There's no way he's smoking. Yeah, he's baby. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They
You're
put it in
right.
his pocket. Unless he's playing a light cigarette in his pocket.
Oh, okay. Dude, he was. He had more billowing out of him than a train. Yeah. Oh, congrats on expecting to have a baby. Thank you. So it doesn't seem like I have people viewing on Twitch. I wasn't sure. You know, I did some research to see. It's like, is there anybody who does anything like what I do over on Twitch? Because I know like there's IRL streamers over there. But yeah, I wasn't really able to find that much. You know what the problem? I don't know. I guess it's boring stuff, but I was just like kind of doing research, like hopping onto a bunch of streams, seeing what's out there. But I thought there'd be more people kind of popping up, seeing what's what.
It's mainly for like gaming and stuff.
Yeah, but one of their most popular categories is IRL, like in real life. Let's see. Dude, I had somebody ask me something. Can you please repeat what the new baby's name is? I'm stoked. Oh, okay. So if it's a boy, it's gonna be Lee because I'm Lee. I'm Lee the Fourth, and that would be Lee the Fifth. If it's a girl, it'll be Lily. But yeah, it is shut down. You know, there used to be a point in time where you couldn't ride, like you had to watch out if you're like leaving your bike somewhere. I have a friend who's lost many bikes leaving them out at night.
Really?
Yeah, and like, I mean, there's just bikes everywhere now. You know, you'd think people would be parting them out. You know,
I wonder how many get stolen over here.
who knows? Maybe they make enough business where it's not a problem.
Maybe.
So this is where they were doing their dice, right?
Yeah.
They got little alcohol bottles everywhere.
And big ones too.
Oh, there you go. I was trying to keep my eye out for needles. I haven't seen them around as much, but I think it's because it's been bad weather.
Yeah, probably blowing more.
Well, I think
all come
people
out,
aren't
right?
out here. Oh, look. Yeah, there's more. Boom. And then for those people who like the poop patrol, When let's see, when did you find out you were going to have another child? I've not heard of any news. Congrats. Oh, well, for me, it's never been any surprise that I've had a child. You know, like I've never had any accidents as far as that goes. Like it's always been sort of planned for. But
That's cool.
I just so it's something that we've been thinking for a while. It was just based on when we felt like we were ready to have another child. You know, because it's really stressful. But I feel. Are you a single child or you have?
I have a sister, but
Yeah.
my parents kind of how can I put it? They gave up on her because she made bad life choices.
Oh man,
So I
that's too
technically
bad.
became like the 10th and get the only child because
She's older.
Yeah, way older.
Okay.
She's
yeah.
in her 30s. I'm 20.
Okay.
So
Has she got things together now?
yeah,
Oh really? So is she out on the streets or?
yeah. I haven't seen her in about 5 years.
When's the last time you talked to her?
About 5 years.
Oh really? So that was the last. So you don't even know if she's alive or dead.
Yeah, so you know how it is sometimes.
And
So
same with your parents.
my dad tried to contact her, but he can't get like no response from anybody that knows her. So, we don't know what happened.
Yeah, I was in the same situation, and then I found out my mom was dead right after I talked to her. You know.
Yeah.
So that's
I hope
that's
she
rough.
got, I hope she got her life together. You know. Like, I don't wish homelessness on anybody. You know?
So she was having problems with her parents, right? Were you on good terms with her when you stopped talking to her?
Sibling.
So you're fighting
like,
a little bit.
like we're cool, but I wouldn't, like really.
You were closer to your parents.
Yeah,
And,
most of my mom before she passed.
oh, your mom died too.
I just have my dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
So how long ago did your mom die?
2010.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
been a while.
yeah.
I'm over it now, but yeah.
So you were like 11.
I was really young.
Yeah. You know what, man? Like I got this weird thing. Look at this. It's about to get out over here at the theater.
Oh, that's another theater?
Yeah, this is Golden Gate Theater. When I used to work at a theater, this was my main theater.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What time is it? Maybe they already got out.
What time is it?
It's
It's
11.
almost 11, yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, maybe they already got out and they're just trying to get. That's probably what happened. They already got out and they're just trying to get rides.
Oh, these are patrolling today finally, man. They're really
Yeah.
out here. Another cop car behind
Oops,
another
I don't know if I was filming anything. Well, so. Oh yeah, you know, because I basically didn't have a mother my whole life, you know, and so like, it's weird for me. Like every once in a while, somebody will be talking about, yeah, I went to go visit. Like I had lunch with my mom and stuff, and this person will be like 40 something. I'm like, what? Like you still talk to your mom? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it feels like something that children do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
feel it.
weird for me to think of somebody being middle-aged who's still like regularly meeting up for lunch with her mother. You know
Yeah,
what
I feel
mean?
the same way with people me and her with their mom because like
You know, it's like
it's been so long I haven't even seen my mom.
it's
forever.
not only like so I'll hear people say, yeah, and I was talking to my mom about what happened. Like, what? You were talking to your mom about what? Like, are you a man or not? You know what I mean? On one hand, on the other hand, too, it's sort of like, wow, I wouldn't have expected him to have a mom. You know what I mean? Like with like whoever it is. Let's say Joe Rogan's talking about his mom. I was like, dude, he's like 50. You know what I mean? Or like whoever
Yeah.
it could be who's talking about it, you know? But anyhow, yeah, the reason why I said that is because I feel like
The only one?
I feel like when somebody is a single child, that they don't really learn like how to interact with other people very well, you know, because they're so used to just interacting with adults.
Yeah.
They can't really socialize with other kids. They don't know how to share and other stuff like that. So I just wanted to have another kid in there so she knows a little bit about that kind of compromise and stuff, you know?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
But if I get bored being on the child anyway.
Yeah, that too. I kind of feel like if my daughter had somebody else to play with, you know, that you wouldn't be so reliant on us constantly giving
Yeah.
her entertainment, you know. But you know they're going to be 4 years apart, so it's going to be stressful because they're not going to be going to the same school or anything, you know.
Yeah, but then she'll have an older brother, a rat.
Oh yeah, yeah, Rat Patrol. That's another thing. So what do you think when I just stop talking to rat and just try to start filming a rat?
Yeah, I think it's huge.
You see them all over the place. So look, they tried to do something by putting this foam over here.
That didn't stop
That isn't doing nothing to a rat. That rat is going straight through there. That thing was fast.
Yeah.
So you scared of insects? What about rats?
I'm scared of. I'm not scared of rats, but they're really disgusting to look at.
Yeah.
But
So if
insects,
when you see one dart right past your foot, or if you feel it on your foot,
if
as
I feel it,
runs past.
I might react a little bit more.
Okay.
You know, over the top. But if I see it, I'll just go, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird to see one just running around, like on such a busy area.
Yeah.
That's
There's
how bad.
rats and mice everywhere. Like I used to always see just mice just running down the sidewalk at night. But I used to be out way later. But yeah, why is this? What are they building here?
The guy read a lot of shops. Yes, a lot of shops here. Like.
But I mean, like, look at how worn this is. It's been here for a long time. Oh, that's a cool F car over there. I missed it. Kind of got Iron Man colors.
I've never caught a cable car.
Yeah. Oh, I used to ride them all the time. Oh no, that's the F car. Yeah, I like the F car better than the cable cars, even though they basically are the same thing, because this only costs standard fare versus $7 to go up Powell Street.
That one cost $7 there.
No, that's normal fare.
Oh, okay. And then
Yeah, the one at the cable car turnaround, that's $7.
Just to
no,
go one way, right?
Yeah, no transfer.
How far does it go? Like, where does it go to?
It goes up a ways.
Okay.
I can't really say. It's been so long since I've been up
$7
there.
at least.
I think it's mainly to get money from tourists.
Yeah. They're amazed by cable cars.
Wow, that almost looked like the Urban Picasso.
Huh?
That almost looked like Urban Picasso there. Oh. Let's see. Did you know that if enough rats get... Oh, hold on. I'm going to have to get closer. They'll eat a human to the bone. And some people have just gone missing altogether from rats. Well, I do know that if you got rats in... So, it used to be there was a real problem with people with rats in the house. You know, in like the 1800s or whatever. People would be freezing cold, all wrapped up in their blankets. Their toes would be sticking out. The rats who were starving would come over and take bites out of your toes while you're sleeping. You know, I was reading stories about that. And that's pretty scary.
Fast and gnarly.
Yeah. So, like, after hearing about something like that, then you go to bed. You know what I mean? You hear a little rustle. You bring your toes way in there. Me being 6'8", my toes dangle out anyhow. You know what I mean? So I was sleeping in the fetal position. You know. Yeah, and especially now, like, well, I mean, I don't get scared like that anymore, but like, my house is perfect for rats. Having like a toddler around, she like just eats and like just stashes food places. It'll take like a bite of something and leave it there. You know what I mean? Ask for milk and not drink it. There's just stuff everywhere. And like, I looked out in the backyard. We got some trees and stuff. I saw a rat in the tree. You know, I was like, man, we got a screen door. That thing is gonna go straight through. You know?
Yeah.
But that never happened. But
Did you ever see that video of the dude getting brutally beat down over here? Like literally right at this corner right here, a dude getting beat down. It was a really brutal. He was like, the dude was stomping him. It was bad.
wow.
Yeah.
No, was that like some World Star thing you saw, or was that on YouTube?
I just on YouTube. It was just a clip of some dude beating another dude and robbing him after he knocked him out. But
Wow.
I don't know if he died or not, but he was in bad
So,
shape.
one thing I did see over here was some guy just sleeping on the ground while his walker was still standing up. He's like, I'm just taking a sun bath. Like, didn't want people to bother him while he was laying down over there. Well, you know, I mean, I saw that weird encounter where that dude looked like he got shot down here inside the Pal station, over where they play all the music down there.
Oh, okay.
And then, you know, there was, so I know somebody, my friend's name is Bart. He's from France. His mother is American who went over there and came back. She lived, you know where John McLaren Park is?
Yeah.
So she lived over around there. And so like she,
Like towards Silver? Like around Canada?
I don't know exactly. Well, I guess, yeah, it's somewhere around there.
Okay.
Not too far from City College.
Oh, okay.
Like it'd be like a 20-minute walk, let's say.
Okay.
So she was walking home, and she saw like this big black dude walking down, and like he was looking at her, and she was like, "Oh hi," you know, she's like an old lady. And he threw her to the ground, and like was like trying to grab her purse, and she was like clutching onto it, and like he was just pounding her head on the sidewalk, just like pounding and pounding, trying to grab it, and her purse and her phone. She's just like tensed up. She couldn't even let go if she wanted to, while he's like just on top of her, just pounding her head into the ground. And then he eventually gets up and leaves. She had to go to the hospital, and like her whole face was just like black and blue, and she was messed up. But that sounds like that guy that got stomped out over there.
Yeah.
And then they took his
he went to spark and robbed him. Like,
Yeah,
the
robbed-
dude was knocked out. He just kept taking him too. Like it's just like
that's how people die.
yeah, that's how people type.
I saw a video here in San Francisco. There was a homeless guy, and some guy went up and just clocked the homeless guy, and knocked him out. He fell down on the ground. People are walking over this homeless guy, and nobody ever stops and does anything. It turns out he died. He died. People are like walking over his dead body.
Yeah, people are like really desensitized to this kind of stuff now. Apparently.
Yeah, I mean, it's
but
just
you should,
another
like-
homeless guy laying out on the street, you know? And people think, you know, like, that somebody could get punched and knocked out and, like, well, he's just going to wake up.
Yeah.
Not necessarily,
You know,
you know?
some people get knocked out and dirt on that.
Yeah, I saw, there was this kid. This kid was walking, he was walking through, like, kind of a rough looking neighborhood, but he was a kid, and like there was kids fighting out in this neighborhood, and there were oh, you know what, which one do you want to go to? You want to go here or up there?
I don't mind. I don't really care. I
don't know, I guess I'll go over here. I don't know, it seems like there's more activity over there.
Let's go then.
All right.
I have no problem.
So, let's go around the other side since it's on that side. So, what was I saying? He got.
The boy and the bad
Oh, okay. So he was walking. There's always a puddle here. It's like nonstop. What'd you say?
Wouldn't that be the AT&T?
Oh yeah, it used to be Forever 21. Yeah. Wow, look at that. That is sort of like a palace of AT&T,
That's
isn't
a
it?
really nice AT&T.
Look at that. I mean, most of it is not actually a store. You know what I mean? It's like mostly empty.
There used to be Bank of America before?
Let's
It
see,
was
after hour Bank of America deposit. Oh yeah, it was.
That's cool. I like how they didn't get rid of it. Probably would be too much to get rid of. It just looks nice. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Okay, but about the kid, that guy.
Okay, so anyhow, whoop, it just wigged out here. There you go. So he was walking home from school. He had his school backpack on, and these are other school-age kids. He looked like he was like somewhere between 9 and 11, walking home. And these kids are just fighting out on the streets, and he's just minding his own business, walking past them. and then one of the kids goes over and just cracks him right in the chin, and he goes down, and he's like getting back up, and then another kid whacks him in the back of the head with a plank, and yeah, he died from that. And that was crazy too, and they're playing that footage. Wow, that looks like old man table stairs. You saw that? Yeah, I mean they played that right there on the news on
that's
live
what
TV.
Even kids get it, like, you know,
Yeah.
killed. But he's walking home.
Wow, what do you think happened here? Well, hold up. Look at that. Somebody must have rampaged here, you know? Like they're yanking on this. They ripped that off.
Graffiti in there too.
Well, of course, where isn't there graffiti here? But yeah.
What was this place?
This was Rasputin.
Everything blonde.
Yeah, Blondies.
But that place been closed forever.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. I missed a lot of comments here. Okay, well, I'm Sicilian. Lol Carlo Gambino is not my real name, but our family. Mama is more of a Boston father. I'm just trying to go through the comments that I missed, because once they get off the top of the screen, they're gone for good.
Oh, you can't scroll back up?
No, see, because I'm live streaming.
I was right here
I
by
mean,
ear.
sorry, yeah, him going.
I was like, really?
No, sorry, because I'm dual casting.
Oh, okay.
So they're both integrated, although everybody's from YouTube. So hold on, let me go through these comments real fast. How bad is your insomnia? How long do you stay up, and when do you sleep? You know what the problem is that, like, I prefer to be up at night. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I get excited when it's nighttime.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, oh man, because you know I don't have much time to do my own stuff.
I feel the same way.
And like, so everybody inside my house is asleep. Now I can edit. Now I can do like all my stuff. My most productive hours are at night. I do all my planning. You know, I had set up my whole Twitch page last night up until the early morning.
Really?
Yeah. You know, that's when like inspiration hits. So I can switch my schedule back, but then when I'm up in the morning, I don't know. It's like I feel like I can't be productive because you know I'm up the same hours as my wife and child. You know, and I got to do stuff with them all day. You know.
Yeah. I feel it. I like being on at night too.
But so I could change my schedule really easily. You know, like just take some melatonin and go to sleep while you're on that melatonin, and you're gonna naturally find yourself tired the next day around that time.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good for resetting, not for knocking yourself out, but for resetting your cycle, your sleep cycle. Okay, let's see. Okay, how bad is your? Good to see you, Lee. Also, is that D Flores dude? You're not D Flores.
I don't know what a D Flores is.
No, there's this guy who donated the stream actually a couple times named D Flores. You know, it's sad when so many homeless people are lying around that you don't realize that one of them could be dead. Yeah, that's a crazy thing, right? Because they never make it. Oh, speaking of, look at that. That's crazy right behind us. Somebody's like got all their laundry on over there. Yeah. Did you hear about the windows in the Salesforce tower are cracking? No, I didn't hear about that. Did you? Yeah, that sounds like a... You know what? On one hand, like, I kind of like when I see something like such an expenditure of money, like lavish, just to see it all go, like, to hell. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know. So what are you guys? Where are you guys going now? Well, right here. Where is it? Walgreens. Can't see them. Anyhow, this is Walgreens behind us. We're gonna go because I'm starving. You sure you don't want anything?
I got my number.
Okay. And then cities are places where people live on top of each other. That's there's murder, rape, all types of crime. People become. Oh, it's just my own self. You want to be on here? Oh, okay. All types of crime. People become cold after living in and amongst this environment. Well, I don't know. There's some cities that are not as messed up as this city, but
Really,
there's some cities that are way worse too.
yeah, there's
So-
a lot.
I'm just gonna get. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Always just go for my trusty egg salad sandwich. So anyhow, I don't know if you guys want to see what I'm looking at or not. Just let me know. No, do they not have it? This is basically what I'm looking at right here. I don't know. To me, chicken salad's pretty disgusting. Oh well, I guess I'll just get a tuna salad. Oh, there's my old trusty egg salad sandwich. I'm gonna go get some water too. Hold on. Yeah, but I've been streaming since like 8:30, and I still got 30% battery life. You know?
Good job.
Yeah. Oh, this is what they don't want us to go over here.
Oh, the wine.
Yeah.
They probably want you to go one way.
Yeah. Wow, it's like they got privacy windows on some of those things. What? Since when is it like this? Yeah, there you go.
Fucking next level shit, dude.
Oh,
It exists.
Wow,
It exists.
I was like, I thought you gotta press a button. You know? Hey, is that true? Is this really out of stock? You think it's out of stock?
That'd be cool.
Only one way to find out.
No, you lied. And in fact, hey, this is all wrong.
It can't be perfect, can it?
Oh, I just thought I saw the price change too when you opened the door. Let me get one of these guys. Oh, look, see, the prices do change. Watch. Oh, there you go. So you saw that?
Yeah, that's cool.
That'd be messed up. Like they got the cameras watching you as you're getting over towards your water. Like the price goes up, you know.
Yeah.
Anyhow. Yeah, I don't know. So here we are.
How long you streaming to?
I don't know. I mean, maybe until. I don't want to stream after midnight because then I got to worry about getting home. But what do you say? Oh, I live over in Glen Park. Yeah. You know.
I live around there.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, not far at all. I live over on Monterey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, hold on. Could you hold this for me? I'm going to take this off of the gimbal for now. Just real fast. I'll take it back. Just because I don't want to weird people out while I'm in here. Oops. Hopefully I didn't F everything up. There we go. Okay. Boom. So, oh, here, sorry.
I'll hold it for you for now. I got you.
Okay. See, if anything, if people tell me that I can't record or whatever, I could just turn off the screen and I can still record it.
This is very sticky.
Yeah. Okay.
There is no receipt for us. Is it normal because it is exchange? Huh? Oh, you already put the receipt. No, that's it. Okay. I thought that, yeah. Okay, thank you.
47. You have points, you want to use it?
Oops, it said do not remove.
$5?
There we go.
224.
All right, thank you.
I'll need to change that.
Okay. 3, let me see, you're 76 cents.
Put your seat over there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The first one we put this in value.
So you think they're gonna let us sit here?
And you got?
Oh, let's just see. Let's see. Is there a place outside? Yeah, let's just do it here for the if they'll let us.
Hey, your last year, weren't you eating at a bus stop?
Oh yeah. No, you saw that. So, hold on. Let me make sure everything's good. Let's see. Let's see. Dude, I gotta run. Much love, Elliot. Peace out, bro. Carlos says to you.
Later, man.
Lee, how come so skinny? Oh, you want to sit down or not?
I'm going to drink water.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna eat though.
That's fine. I'll stay.
Oh, okay. I can. So, boom. Got the tripod. You know. The nice thing about eating in here, if they'll let us, is that I don't got to worry about somebody coming up from behind and snatching everything I got. You know.
And then everything?
No, but I'm always worried about it. Oh, whoops! I shouldn't have done that. I turned my gimbal on without the phone in there. Yeah, sorry about this. I'm always nervous about there being just dead air, you know what I mean? Oh, you got thirsty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thirsty as hell too, actually. Oops.
This is where the guy was, right?
No. Oh, wait, which, oh, yeah, that's
That's
right.
right.
That's, yeah.
You gave him a shirt.
Yeah, I did. What size shirt are you? I can give you a shirt if you want.
That's okay.
I got XL. You want it? Can
Yeah.
you fit XL? All right.
What's that?
There you go. No one's buying them anyhow. You know what I mean? So, there you go. And then next time you're on stream, you can be represented.
Okay.
If you ever are on again.
I'm usually downtown often, but like this is like the first time I'll be out this late.
Yeah.
I need to go home.
Okay, let's see. Boom. There you go, XL.
Holy shit.
There you go. Let's hold on, let's see. Hold it up, let's see if it will fit. Yeah, that looks like it fit. Yeah, there you go.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, so it's like yeah, that's all handmade too.
I like the logo.
Oh, thanks.
The logo's pretty cool.
Yeah, I designed the logo myself. I designed it a couple times too. I actually had to completely redo it in order to get it printed.
Really?
Yeah, because I initially did it like, you know, basically it was like pixel art, and then after that, oops, hopefully I didn't mess this up. Yeah, it was initially like pixel art, and then I had to redo it as a vector. You know what a vector is?
No, I didn't.
So there's basically, instead of it being pixels, it's like paths, you know? So it could be zoomed in forever and always be sharp, not having to stair step it. Yeah. Are you eager to get a move on or something? Oh, okay. Let's see. When will you have 2XL available? You know what? I don't have any people. You know what you could do? If you go visit my Streamlabs, you could buy any size you want over on Streamlabs. These shirts that I ordered myself, I had them custom made, and so it costs me like an extra $3 to make like double XL. So it doesn't make. I spend $400 or more. I'm not exactly sure how much I spend a lot of money buying these shirts, and nobody's bought any of them. And I've just been basically giving them out. So it doesn't really make much sense for me to make another custom order. However, if you go over to my Streamlabs, so Streamlabs / Lee's channel, or whatever it is inside the description, just go over there and click on the merch, and they will have stuff in a variety of different styles. And I just basically put everything down to the minimum that they would let me charge for it, because you know they make money from that as well. And I think you can get any size you want. And they got hoodies and other stuff. I just use any. Yeah. What?
I'll buy a hoodie for sure. I like to wear hoodies over my shirts anyway.
Yeah. I mean, so they got hoodies there, but like I said, I put everything down to the minimum, but it's still kind of expensive.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm getting that money either, you know. It's like because I put it all down to the minimum. I leave it there if anybody ever is interested.
I'll check out the hoodies though. Yeah, I like wearing hoodies.
I wish I could actually sell stuff myself. Then I could custom make stuff and sell it for cheaper.
And no percentage, whatever.
Yeah, and then no one else is getting a cut because they're making whatever money. Yeah, they're making more than I. Maybe I'll make like $1 or something from the sale. And while somebody spends like $40 or something for a hoodie, you know.
Yeah.
But if people were to buy it from me directly, I could make a bulk order of stuff, get stuff higher quality. You know what I mean, and sell it for cheaper.
Are you still going to stream once you start working at the theater?
What'd you say?
Are you still going to stream when you start working at the theater?
Oh yeah, of course.
I want to make sure I want you to hear it up and leave.
No, yeah. So I'm just gonna work in the theaters during the week. I'm keeping the weekends completely free.
Okay.
In fact, next stream, somebody who works at the theater said that he wants to join me, and he's gonna be my protection for them.
Okay.
So my hand is tingling because, like, you know, that wrist strap, I think it was cutting off the blood supply.
Yeah.
Got it. Thanks for the info. Love this shirt and helping a brother out. No problem. Looks yummy. Oh, the turkey sandwich. I don't know. The egg salad sandwich. No problem. It is pretty good. It's a good quick snack. Do you think I look really skinny?
Yeah.
Really? Well, I weigh probably like 215
I could just your tallest proportion
because I'm 6'8".
Yeah.
Oh. So
It would be awesome to be that tall.
I may look skinny, but I'm smuggling the belly. You know what I mean? Incognito. You know what I'm saying?
What time did it rain today?
I don't know. It was misty. Like mist was falling down when I went out. But, yeah, I used to be like 300 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, when I was a kid. I was like your height. Like 300 pounds.
Yeah. I'm trying to lose weight currently.
I was actually talking to somebody on my way to start streaming. He was 6'5", and like he would start asking me about losing weight and stuff. And I started talking to him and telling him I used to be big. Oh, I'm trying to lose weight. Like, let me get your number and stuff. And he wants, like, you know, he was asking me if I could dunk. He said they used to play basketball, and then he played football professionally, and so yeah. was going on while I was trying to set up my stream. I was like, I want to talk to him, but like, you know what I'm saying? I was already late.
That would have been good for the stream though.
Yeah. Yeah. It was cool talking to him though.
I'll just walk and do for me anyway. I wouldn't go do nothing but sit around anyway. So.
Are you feeling sore from the walk?
But it's worth it though.
When I first started my stream, walking around, I was so sore. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, oh, and
Like you walk everywhere.
I walk like crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm just getting started now. I feel like I walk.
From here to the cafe, you walk from downtown to the cafe.
I walked from downtown to the Castro, went up and down the Castro a few times, came back downtown, then went over to the ferry building, and was going down along the pier, and then came back to downtown, and then went over to the Tenderloin a little bit, and then took a break, and then like 15 minutes later, started another 3-hour stream or something, where I went around like crazy. Had one day off, and then had another crazy stream the following day on President's Day. I had like 3 streams.
Out there, clearing
Yeah.
the grind.
So, but, and actually, so then I didn't stream last week, because I had stuff going on. But even up until today, I was feeling something weird in my right hip. You know, it feels like it feels kind of like it's pulling out, you know what I mean, a little bit of socket or something. It feels like, it always feels like it's more stretched on that side.
Well, don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
All this
Yeah.
walking.
Well, you know what, like, let me move the camera so the people on stream can see. But, oops. So I had smashed my knee through some concrete. Not concrete, sorry. That would be crazy. Through glass. You could kind of see the scars over here and over here. I had a video where I got rid of my stitches. But, yeah, so I think some tendons might have been snipped over there. So I don't know if you noticed that I was walking with a bit of a limp. I'm sure that after a while that adds up, you know? Yeah. Let's see. Wow, no comments. You know, sometimes I gotta watch out. We got somebody in here who's blind, needs help. Yeah, buddy. Sometimes the comments will just cut out. Like nobody will comment for a while, and I'll just be like whatever, and I'll be talking to people, interviewing people and stuff, and then I'll be like, what? No one's there. Like I'll find out that the stream actually cut out. You know?
Yeah.
Why don't you get a nice drink too to go with your sandwich? Nothing beats water. That's my I don't know, every once in a while coconut water is pretty nice. So Elliot, you live out on your own?
Most of the time.
Most of the time?
Yeah. But my dad's usually busy. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So your dad set you up with a place?
Yeah. So I can stay there. But he comes back here out of it. But he lives with his new wife, so
Oh, okay.
I'm not really.
Does he travel?
No, he just goes from here to Sacramento and back.
Oh, okay.
That's cool. I never seen it.
Yeah, it's a parrot. I like how the parrot had a safety jacket on. You know, like he's a construction worker. You know what the problem with birds is? They
they don't know, like, they have no concept of like sanitation as far as crap. They will crap anywhere, anytime. You know, like I used to work at what do you call it? The California Academy of Science, and they had these penguins there. And I was talking to one of the scientists about the penguins, and she was saying, "Oh, they're dirty animals." I was like, "What are you talking about?" They'll crap everywhere. They don't, you know. So like, if you actually see footage of penguins, like you'll see like, oh, the majestic animals or whatever. Meanwhile, you'll notice that all the ice that they're around is discolored because they're just like, you know, they just crap everywhere. Like any bird. Like my friend Bart, he lives at this place called Ellis Street Apartments. It's for people who are formerly formerly homeless. And there was a pigeon nest outside of his bathroom window. So when you're showering, you're looking at these pigeons there. And you're smelling them and stuff. And they would just be shitting in their nest. In the nest. You know, there'd just be shit just plastered all over inside and around. Charles Rhodes beep. Oh, you guys are hearing the beep from the checkout? I don't know why people are saying beep. So, Nippy, you've been on YouTube and Twitch. How is YouTube versus Twitch? You getting tired, Elliot? You don't want to take a break?
Huh? I'm good.
Okay.
You're ready. I'm ready.
The thing I'm good. I probably shouldn't drink too much water because then it's got to come out eventually. So look at all this food over here. How much of that food do you think they got to throw away? You know, that expires? Because I think a lot of that stuff was only good for 2 days. Because I never see other people buying like those sandwiches and stuff that I got. You know, I'm like the only one. In fact, this one that I ate was kind of suspect. You know, it was like. I went to go open it and like the corner was already opened and it's got like this dried egg there. I was like, oh, better leave that alone. I wouldn't be the first one to be lost to bad eggs, you know? Alright. I shouldn't have took this off so soon. Hold on. You want to hold this for a second? There you go. Or you could try wiggling around and see how stable it is.
So what's the button back here do?
That locks the box in place.
Wow.
You know what the coolest thing about that is the battery life on that gimbal is like 7 hours.
7 hours?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
All right, good to go. There we go. Let's see. Thank you. Let's see. Twitch streaming quality was better, but no one was there. Oh, okay. YouTube is more fun because that's where everyone is at. Do you think it would be more fun if I were to get the comments from everybody on just
like burned in on screen because I do like the fact that people who comment on Twitch, like I see it right away. And especially if the quality is better over on Twitch. You ever been on Twitch?
To watch like some gaming stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But apparently the stream my streams are better over on Twitch than they are here on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. According
Higher
to
resolution?
well, I guess they're just getting they're getting it uncompressed, right? Whatever I'm sending out, they're getting.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Whereas with YouTube, like it will recompress it in different quality
Yeah.
levels, and so like yeah, there's a delay on YouTube when there's no delay on Twitch. But if somebody, I guess the downside would be if your internet speed is not fast enough, you're just not going to be able to watch the Twitch stream, you know, because you can't lower the quality.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we're not.
I don't know. It's up to you.
I don't really mind.
You want to go this way then?
Sure. Yeah. Traffic and snows.
So there's.
Maybe we've been out in a while.
Hold on. I'll let you know when it's a green light. No problem. All right, it's a green light. You can cross. All right, have a good night. All right. Yeah. It says hop on the boat. I don't know what boat they're talking about.
What do you mean?
What do you say?
Hop on what boat?
I have no idea what they're talking about. Maybe they want us to go over down to the pier.
Oh, no.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? Let's walk down. Oh, you know what? That water just hit me. You know, actually, on one of my early streams, I actually went into one of those free restrooms on stream. I was like, oh no, there's no way to silence the audio or anything while I was in there, and it's all echoing.
Don't those bathrooms clean themselves? Like they,
Yeah.
like they flood themselves or something?
Yeah.
It's really weird.
The craziest thing, I saw one. Somebody had this homeless lady was in there. She was wrapped up in like trash bags, and so she was sleeping in there because you know the thing cleans itself after you've been in there for 20 minutes.
Oh, it's 20 minutes. Okay.
So she just was covering herself with trash bags so she wasn't getting sprayed by the self-cleaning cycle.
That's pretty smart.
I did. I mean, I guess no one's messing with you unless they do get in there, and then you're trapped in there with them. You know, like if you're, because you know, homeless people do get raped. You know, so if you're a woman and you're homeless, you got to worry about that. But
Yeah.
again, so you're not going to be. You may not. It'd be less people, but once they got you, what are you going to do? You're trapped in there. You know,
Yeah.
no one's going to be stopping anything.
It's like in a bathroom.
Yeah.
It's trash.
Yeah, just trash out here on the street. But it looks like in this instance, it wasn't. Sometimes you see trash. Oops, my gimbal's wigging out. Sometimes you see trash out on the streets because people just like dump out the trash cans. But other times you see. I mean, like that. In that instance, it looked like it. Like there was just whatever building that was that they just dumped their their bags out there. So you remember this used to be the BART also, right? Yeah, I think so. Was it?
But
I think-
I
I think it was before they opened it over there. I'm not exactly sure. I may be.
know there used to be an Apple store before too.
What do you say?
There used to be an Apple store.
Yeah, there was. So this was the way to get out of the station, and there was an Apple store right next to it.
Oh, so then they moved it up there.
And then yeah, they moved it over there. That's why there was all that construction going on.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know why they did. Maybe they just want to put a store here. I don't know why they moved it. Maybe they wanted it all to be on Market Street, just for simplicity's sake. Broadway. I don't know what he's talking about with Broadway. What are you talking about, Decker Rose? So how are you getting home? Are you taking BART? Are you parked somewhere?
I'm parked.
Oh, you are?
I'm parked the parking structure down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, because I was thinking, it's almost midnight already. We got like 18 minutes till midnight. So we might as well not travel too far away from where you got to get to. So let's go see where you parked at.
Park right down there. Got the
All right.
parking structure across from the AMC. That was called Metro.
Okay. Oh, you're Sadudes. Are you Sadudes?
No.
Okay.
What?
There was
Why-
some
why
guy.
didn't they call me everybody else?
There's somebody on stream. He said, "Hey, I want to be on stream," and his name was Sadudes, and I was like, "All right, where are you at?" He said, "I'm at the Metro. I'm not at the AMC."
I can park over there.
Oh, okay,
Because I don't want to park on the street over down there.
okay.
How you getting?
Yeah. I'm just gonna catch BART, but you said you live over in the
Glen Park.
In Glen Park?
Is that in the Glen Park area, sir?
Yeah. Any chance I could catch a ride with you? Would that be okay, or is that you doing? Oh,
maybe.
it's,
I gotta see if my friends are still in there.
oh, your friends. Oh, okay. Sorry. All
I
right.
was gonna go.
No, it's cool. I could just hop on BART.
I feel bad now.
No, it's no problem. What's up, Jamies?
JB's?
Jamies. Well, look. Try reading those usernames.
Oh, you got really close.
So, I may seem illiterate or whatever. I'm like,
I'm about to call
Like-
my friend looking to it. Right?
okay.
Sorry.
Don't worry. I'll catch the BART. No problem. I just figured. I'm running out of battery life. You know what? I'll catch you later. I'll let you hang out with your friends then.
Okay, well, it was great seeing you, man.
Nice to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining me on stream.
Anytime, man.
Okay.
Anytime.
All right. Let me know next time you're in the area.
Dude, next time, can you make one of those posts that you're going to stream? And then
Okay.
I'll know.
Do you follow me on Twitter?
I follow you. No, but I will. What is it? Lee's channel?
Lee's channel on Twitter. Lee's_channel, I think.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
All right, take care.
All right. See ya. All right. Anyhow, what up, Jamies? Sorry. Ooh. Let's see. Lighting good? Well, yeah, I guess for being at midnight, the lighting's pretty good out here. But yeah. Oh, somebody was asking me about what I used to stream with, and I said I was going to get to it, and I never got to it. But yeah, the how I buy my phones is dictated by the video quality of the phones, especially in low light. And yeah, so
in my own personal experience, the Samsung phones do the best as far as video quality. So it's darker in real life than it looks on stream. Boy, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find anybody to talk to. But the good news is I had like sort of a little companion to talk to the whole time, and there's some interesting stuff there too, you know. I didn't really get too much into it though, but I don't know something's going on over this guy over here. I don't know what's happening here. He was saying, "I do not know," just for no reason. But yeah, 11:46. Yeah.
See, like half the people aren't willing to give the time when they have it.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, like you have the time right in front of you.
Yeah.
And it's like you're acting like I'm not even here. That's half the people, dude.
Yeah. How long you been out here?
2 months.
2 months? You're homeless here in San Francisco?
I've got a homeless shelter.
Oh, okay.
They took
How old
my
are you?
truck. I'm 28.
28. Okay. I used to be homeless too.
Yeah.
But I was in a homeless youth shelter.
Yeah.
But you're a little bit old for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Where
got
you?
you? 200 feet and whatnot.
They got what? Oh, well, they didn't get me. I had to get myself out.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
are
I
you
gotta get
from?
myself, Texas.
Texas. Okay. Well, what brings you out here?
I don't know, man. Hopefully, like something. I'm probably going to. I don't know, man. I gotta get it right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm tired of telling people that don't have it right whenever I even got it right.
Yeah. So they took your truck away? What happened with your
Yeah,
truck?
they took away my truck and dog. Sound like a country singer from the south.
And then, so it's almost midnight. Don't you got to check in? Don't they got a curfew?
Yeah, no, they ain't got a curfew where I'm at the navigation. It's actually good center.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they.
So you had to be on a waiting list to get in there?
No, they actually helped me out once they took my truck. Once they took my truck, they were like, all right, well, we got this place for you.
Oh, really? So then,
Glad that they let me in there. I just got in the jaw, so.
oh, you did?
Yeah.
I got hit.
Somebody that just had the time, but was scared shitless to give it because of whatever the fuck.
Yeah. I've been hit walking the streets too.
But I'm glad that, like,
Where's
man, that was my favorite
where you going to?
navigation center.
Oh, yeah, but there's more than one, isn't there?
Yeah, on South Finesse and 13th. But are you doing a vlog?
Yeah, I'm
Vlog?
doing a live stream. You know.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, there you go. See, I just got a subscriber right there.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Texas, man. Came from San Fran to kind of, escape Texas, or see what's up here. It's a trip here. I love it, but at the same time, it's a lot. But I know it's worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot going on here, but
So what was going on over in Texas?
a whole lot of they got their one way, and if you don't stick that one way, then it's like,
Oh, hold on, I gotta mute because everyone's.
yeah.
Never mind.
But they're good, man. I mean,
Music.
it's
The
like
Bluetooth device is
a whole lot
ready
of
to pair.
Texas.
The Bluetooth device.
And whereabouts in Texas?
Southeast Texas,
Okay.
armpit of Texas.
That's a big armpit.
Yeah. Dude, man.
My mom was from Texas.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what part.
What's your name?
Lee.
Lee. Nice
Yeah.
to meet you.
Nice
Zach.
to meet you. Oh. All right. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Yeah, I come from San Fran to really I went to Redding to kind of escape Texas because Redding was actually it's kind of weird. Like it's a big old church, cold. Bethel from Redding is a big old cold Bill should die kind of thing. Honestly. because in Texas, I started watching him online, and then he started depressing me in Texas, and you know, putting them seeds in my head. He made me come out to Reading.
I don't need HBO and my rats. If we start seeing it, there you go.
What's going on over here? YouTube.
Hold on. There it is. All the way up. Tighten up the belt. Got the cigarettes, man, but your hands are down. Take a couple. No money. No money. Anyways, man,
Yeah.
escaping Reading, California. Don't go there.
You see some crazy stuff here at night, don't you?
Yeah, coming out here to San Fran is actually the same, you know, halfway.
So what?
Y'all keep it together, you know what I mean?
What was bringing you over to Reading? You were talking about somebody planting seeds in your head.
Yeah, Bill Johnson, he's a pastor at Reading, Bethel Church.
So you saw him on TV or something?
Online. You know what I
Online?
mean? One of them big old cults, you know what I mean?
So then you went over there to check it out.
Went over there to check it out. It was very cool, but then they really came off at me. They really dug deep and really just fucked my life up.
So you were over there at that.
Yeah, escaped here, and then he's still pretty high up, so it's kind of still fucking me over until he dies.
So you still feel like people from that cult are seeking you out, or?
In a way, I mean, it's like not necessarily, but they saw my. I don't know, man. I'm just ready for San Diego.
You going down to San Diego?
Yeah.
I heard a couple people say that.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah, it would be a nice place. San Diego would be nice. It's like, but I need a little time to kind of
Are
get
you
my shit straight here. But if San Francisco is willing to kind of help me out in that, you know, I'll still be in Cali once I get to San Diego. So I think it'll all work out. But if San Fran can get me ready for San Diego,
Are you on
you know what I
SSI?
mean? No.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
You're trying to.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on some kind of, you know, a job and everything. And, you know, I'll
Sure.
spend some time here, you know, because y'all taught me a lot, man. San Fran's something else, but y'all really know something too, you know. But I don't know, it's been too much. San Fran's awesome,
Yeah.
but San Diego is where. Always, I don't know, whenever I was a kid, like that, there's like some video game. Anyway, I'm drunk here.
You are.
Yeah, I'm not making any sense at all.
Yeah.
So it's not really.
How drunk are you?
4 beers, 4 tall boys, so I'm
Oh.
pretty wasted for my count.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not one of a couple people randomly that didn't deserve it.
Oh, you
but,
did?
Yeah, but he hit me in my jaw, so he kind of got me good.
Oh, okay. That's the guy you were talking about who hit you.
Yeah, but I actually went off on some innocent old guy, and I shouldn't have done that. But he really, like, I asked him what time it was. He had the phone in front of him, having the time, and he really didn't know the time. Like, how is that possible? You know, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So it was, like, too much for me to hold in. You know, when somebody has the answer, somebody's got to give the answer.
I got hit right here.
Yeah.
We're like right here where we're standing.
For what?
I said, oh, I'm going to go over to the I was live streaming. I was like, all right, I'm just going to head up Market Street, going over to the Castro, see what it's like over there. And somebody was on screen, like right here, came over and smacked me. I was filming where I'm walking to, and he thought that I was like filming him.
Filming him for,
You know?
Yeah.
So
Paranoia. There's all kind of drugs here and stuff. And they've got to get their drug shit straight. Like, they got to stop cutting the shit, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Instead of they got to cut the shit. No, dude, they got to stop cutting the shit. Or else it's going to be worse. You know, I think at least if you're going to do the drug, keep it pure.
Have you done any of the street drugs here?
Yeah, I've done some crack, got back on the crack. But it's same time,
Are
like,
you addicted to crack?
man, I don't know what to do.
So you are then, huh?
Every day I don't want to do it, but then I wake up and like sometime during the day I end up doing it, and I don't know what to call it.
Well,
I don't know
that's
why.
addiction.
That's addiction.
If you don't want to do it, you have to do it. You know.
And I don't know what to do. Just
Are they
upset.
are they trying to help you with your addiction?
I don't know.
Are they like, you know what I mean? Like, do you have people to talk to about what you're going through while you're inside there?
Yeah, I'm gonna get people to talk to.
Yeah. But I mean, like therapeutically, do they have like a?
Yeah, I need to get more of that.
Oh, okay. Are you
But,
are you on any kind of medication or anything?
nah, I smoke weed. If I
That's
kept
it.
to the weed, and if I stay on track, if I get my phone, a job, and people of support, like maybe a different, like, you know what I mean? Like a different, maybe there's another navigation center, you know? There's three of them in town, so maybe if I move to another navigation center, get a job, and stick to smoking weed only, and like have daily routines kind of.
Hold on, you're going to be going through kind of a rough neighborhood. Maybe you want to wait for the F train. That's what you needed to
Yeah,
catch.
probably so.
It would probably be better to wait for it. Honestly, back that way rather than go. I mean, you could wait over there, but
Yeah.
as we go deeper in there, it's going to get a little more shady.
Ain't nowhere, you know.
You know?
I mean, it's. I know that there's going to be obstacles along the way, you know, but the more focus and more support that I can. And I know people don't trust me with craft because I don't trust myself. It's really that. At the same time,
I think it's this way. We should wait for Nicola.
Let's see. Did you already walk through the Tenderloin? Yes, I did. I'm just answering the question.
yeah.
Oh. Yeah, buddy. So, you don't see much of that in Texas, do you?
No, I think there's too much of that.
Oh, there's too much of that?
Yeah, Texas people have
Yeah, Texas is. So, before you came to San Francisco, did you ever try any other places in Texas? Like Austin or something?
Well, I went to Lubbock,
Lubbock.
Texas. Yeah. I'm just from Port Arthur, where it's like, it's a little Texas. I wouldn't say all Texas is, you know, I like Texas,
Yeah.
but they
You gotta watch out that guy doesn't like you from LA. So, what was your name one more time?
Zach.
Zach. All right then, Zach. I might see you around. I go around here from time to time.
Nice.
And yeah, see you around.
Very nice.
So if you want to see what I do, go over to Lee's channel on YouTube.
Lee's channel?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Sorry, I used my left hand. I know. All right, so I'm gonna head on home because it's like after midnight. So I'll see you later, Zach.
Hey, no worries.
All right. All right, there we go. Let me see. Eyes. What's up, Charles? I've been to Obama. I don't know what you're saying there. You look very tall compared to other guys. Yeah, I'm 6'8". I talked about it a couple times. Let's see. Narcissistic. I don't know if that is, you're talking about me or about the person I was talking to. Wow, you really are tall. Yes, I am. Oh, sorry. What's happening? Well, this is basically towards the end of the stream. I'm making my way over to the BART station. Hope it all works out well for Zach. I hope so too. I hope he, you know, hopefully he was just drunk when I was talking to him. And hopefully he doesn't, you know, but I got the feeling that there's more going on there. Lee towered over both of the guys tonight. Yeah, I tower over most people. I tower over tall people, so that's just how it goes. That's as far as I can reach out. Whoa! Look at this. It's like somebody smashed a rose stall. Wow. Okay. Ooh. So yeah, it's like 12:02 out here. So it's not really the best place in the world to be out at this hour. There's all kinds of stuff out here. I got nobody else with me, and it's dark and scary. And you know, the later you're out, I'm just gonna cross. I don't think anyone's coming over here. Okay. The later you're out, the more dangerous it gets, up until like 4 in the morning. Jesus, man. The Lamb, did you see Lee's expecting a new baby? That's right. It's gonna be in like the summer, so it's not like immediate, you know. Ooh, I'm at 5% battery, so hold on. I'm going to turn off my gimbal. It's gonna go crazy for a second. Oop. Okay. Because this thing, it leaps from 5% down to nothing, like really fast. So, hold on one moment. Man, so you know, when I'm walking around holding the gimbal up the whole time, like it's just putting pressure on my clavicle, you know, because I've been walking around now for I don't know how many hours. It doesn't tell me how long I've been up for, but yeah, it is just really sore over here. So anyhow, I don't know if I got any viewers over on Twitch right now. I think it says that I got 2 viewers. Yeah, go ahead and say something in the comments so I could respond to you. Oh, you know what? I've been recording. My GoPro was tilted up towards my face. Hopefully that didn't mess up the video over on there. What was that kicking? Okay, so when we were walking past, there was this woman who was just out there in the middle of the street with her stuff out, and she just threw something, threw a container at me, and it went past me, past my face, and then went over to in front of Zach, and then I guess that pissed him off, and he smashed it. Hold on. Uh-oh. I gotta find where I put my USB cable, or else this thing's gonna die. There we go. Sorry about this. That's wonderful. I'm happy for you. Thank you, April May. But yeah, you know, It's always been my my ambition to have a family of my own and to give the sort of childhood I never could have to children of my own, and yeah, living the dream. Kevin Fontaine, good stream. Just found you tonight. Thanks. I'm glad you liked the stream. I'm gonna be streaming. Yeah, it sounded like there was some cops or something. But I'm gonna be streaming tonight. I mean, not tonight. Sorry, tomorrow. Oh, you know what? That's what it was. Yeah. Let's see. Geez, she threw something at your face. Well, you know what? And like people are kind of out of their mind out there. That's to be expected. Okay, sorry, I'm just going up and down in the comments. I'm born and raised in San Francisco area. Yeah, you should see. I've been doing videos basically. Oh, we just got a little alcohol bottle over there that I just kicked. Yeah, I've been doing videos about the homeless issues over here in San Francisco for a long time. How long you been looking at this stream for, Kevin Fontaine? You know, I'll go down over here. It's always shady over here. Oh, somebody's doing something over in the corner. Well, he's probably pissing. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna put it on mute. Hold on. Alright, so sorry about that. They play copyrighted audio out there, so I gotta mute it when I go past, or my whole stream could get messed up. So that's why I was showing you those speakers for. But just curious, do you have any pets? No, I don't have any pets. You know what I could do? Oh well, it's after midnight. I was gonna put the wide-angle lens on, but I think I'm gonna just head on over into the BART station because I'm gonna be streaming again tomorrow. And if you guys are subscribed, make sure you hit the bell icon so you can be notified. Otherwise, you know, I have it set up to give an hour's notice on my channel. Let's see. Pretty normal to see someone peeing in a BART station. I know. Well, it's normal to see a lot of things here in San Francisco. Pretty normal to see somebody shooting up in a BART station too. But anyhow, so let me see if I can do something here. Oh, no. I want to see if there's a way. Oh well. Will be tomorrow, and it'll be on. Wow, somebody's playing the recorder terribly. But yeah. Anyhow, oh there, I saw the guy who was playing that recorder. Let me go over here so I don't bother anybody. yeah, I want to ask you guys: should I like burn the comments into the stream? I guess it would be on this side for you guys. Should I burn it in there so you guys on YouTube and Twitch can see what each other are saying? Because you know, I do like the fact that the stream is better and people are able to comment faster over on Twitch. I can't take recorder seriously anymore. You know, the funniest one with the recorder, I'm not sure if it was a recorder or like an ocarina or a piccolo or something, but there was this one where they were doing the I'm sure you guys can still hear that too. They're doing what was it? The Titanic soundtrack. Oh, sorry, buddy. But then after Ronda Rousey lost, somebody took the audio from that and put it over like a montage of Ronda Rousey and her trainer Edmund, and yeah, I don't know. Anyhow, my connection is going bad, so I'll see you guys later.